Okay, let's see if that works out. Go live. Am I live? Am I? Oh my gosh, am I live? Is it working? Excellent connection. Oh my gosh, I see myself. Am I here? Am I here? Am I here? Okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna... You want to play Would You Rather? No, I think I'm streaming though. I'm pretty sure. Hi, baby. Hold on. Let's go to like open stream in... What are you doing?
I'd just like to point out, I helped.
You did. You helped. Thank you for helping, baby. What?
I know how to Google things well.
You Googled things. Hey, you Googled and it was great. Oh my gosh, I'm live. Okay, so I'm just going to go here and then I'm just going to like copy this and paste the link to this in another page. Hello, can you guys see me and hear me? Are we good? Are we good? Let's pop this out. To have tech problems the first time. Well, if it's a rite of passage, then it worked. So I think we're okay. Can y'all? Yay! Oh my gosh, it's working. Yay! Hi everybody. Thank you for sticking around. I know that was kind of silly and ridiculous, but I think we're good now. I think we're good. So obviously there was just one little step with streaming via Streamlabs that I didn't know what to do, but my husband knew what to do. So you're not in the screen, babe.
That's what you think.
Oh, you're kind of in the screen.
Pull up.
What? Are you in the stream? Yes, you are. That's Mr. Sage over there. Say hi, Mr. Sage.
I helped.
He did. He helped.
That's all.
He helped a lot. So, okay. I think we are good now. Being a big goof in the back. Yes, he's good at that. He's good at being a big goof. Okay. We're good. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for bearing with me for, oh my gosh, literally a half an hour as I tried to figure out what was going on. But we are good now. I think we are good. So, hi. I hope you guys are all doing well. I don't have like a super big agenda for today. I just kind of wanted to hang out with you guys and like chill and chat. Happy birthday. Thank you, everybody. Thanks. I'm so glad that you guys... Mr. Sage has that creepy look in his eye. He does. He has that creepy look in his eye. Amy. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kimia. Hi, Sniper. Hi, Chris. Hi, SD. Hi, ASMR Nerd Nick. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Sage, for the help. Okay. I think we're good now. So now we can actually get started. I don't have like a lot planned, but I did grab a bottle of rosé. So I'm going to open my bottle of rosé. If you guys would like to join me with something of your own, as long as you're of age and everything, please. But yeah, you're welcome to join me. I'm going to crack this baby open and then we can just kind of hang out. I have some triggers that we could do for ASMR if you guys want to do ASMR. If you guys have like questions for me, I'm happy to answer questions or just chat. Good evening, everybody. I normally do. I'm not sure what that was referring to, James, but that's okay. The creepy look in your eye, maybe? Bruh. Hi, Alpha. Good to see you. I see the wood background for the tavern. Yes, yeah, I have my wood background over there, and actually, I use the same background for the healer's cottage, and that's still set up. So, I've got that set up in the background today. But let's pour some rosé. Did you have a good birthday? I did. It was kind of chill, but it was nice. I got to sleep in a little bit. My husband took the kids a little bit this morning. And then just kind of hung out a little bit. My husband had to work a little bit, but then he took the boys out and they got me some presents and got me things to make like a really nice dinner. So we had a nice dinner together. And now I'm with you guys and we are good now. Do you want to play Would You Rather? Sure. We can play Would You Rather, I suppose. Happy birthday. Thank you. Rosé, yes, I'm a wimp. I don't like the red wine as much. I'm more of the sweet and florally. In fact, I think this one says, refreshing and fruit forward with aromas of strawberries, raspberries, and a touch of sweetness. Translation, not that much like wine. Mostly just like sweet. But it's fun, so. I have some rosé. Good morning. Is it morning where you are? Well, thank you for joining me. The 4 a.m. alarm is keeping me from drinking with y'all. Understandable. I would not want to be up at 4 a.m. and be drinking the night before either. That pour, though, that was a good pour, wasn't it? It was nice. The only wine I drink is sweet wine. Yeah, same. James, Mr. Sage, actually worked at a chateau for a while where they like made their own wines, and so he was constantly bringing back these new ones for me to try, and I was like, I don't like any of these except some of the white wines, I guess. It's juice. It's not juice. It's still wine, sort of. It's more juice than wine, I guess. I don't really know. Moscato's a good one. It was gross wine. Yeah, some of it was gross wine. I don't know. Sage is all about that 151. A watermelon pale ale. Ooh. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? I want to hear, where is everybody tuning in from? Let me know. I know that we have some people from Europe who it is super late / really early for you guys. So thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate that. It's just a fancy word for easy busy booze. 3:32 a.m. Well, thank you for being here, Professor. Near Seattle, South Georgia. Hey, I'm North Georgia. Ayo. How was your day? It was pretty good. It was kind of chill, but like a nice chill birthday. I got to run a little bit of errands and then, yeah, had a really nice dinner. And then we watched one of the Harry Potter movies with my kids tonight. I'm in Virginia, Romania. Hi, hello. In Romania, Pennsylvania, Oregon, UK gang here. Yes, hi Rowan. Connecticut. I'm reading about the applications of mineral magnetism to paleolimnology. But I'd rather be playing Genshin Impact. And now it's time for our Genshin Minute. VA here, UK. Don't have anything good, so I'm good to stay up for a bit. Well, good. I'm glad that you're here. Northampton, Geordie. Oh, Northampton. Okay. Canada. Belgium. Switzerland. Genshin time. No, Amy. You two are the worst. Not really. I love you guys. You're just silly. Genshin Minute may not be a minute. So true. So true. Do some fluffy mic, maybe a little bit. James. Hi, James. Thank you. Thank you very much. Would you rather inflate into a blueberry or be a Doulahan girl? I feel like I should know what a Doulahan girl is, but I don't. Can you explain that, Simba? Poland. You guys like the fluffy mic? I like fluffy mic too. What time is it in Whisperwind? That's a good question. Well, for me, it's 9:35. I'm not sure what time zone. Whisperwind is timeless. It's whatever time you want it to be. Okay, out of curiosity, can you guys hear the frogs outside? If I stop the fluffy mic, can you hear them? I don't know if you can or not. They're super loud. I encountered the Doulahan. It was this scary. Oh, the headless horse lady. Oh. Okay. It's wine o'clock in Whisper. I guess I would rather be a Doulahan, actually, than an inflated blueberry. At least a Doulahan's kind of badass. Yeah, that's the one that... Okay, no spoilers. I remember that. I was in the cave, wasn't it? Oh, I know what that is. Oh, hi. Thank you, Ryan. I'm lurking and exercising. Well, thank you for the donation. That's very sweet. And thank you. It's been a nice birthday. Just kind of chill, but very, very nice. Thank you for joining me. Always welcome to lurk. You can't hear the frogs, and you can't tell if it's your frogs or mine. Yeah. We have a kiddie pool outside in our backyard. We got it for our kids, and we used it a couple days, and then we left it up overnight. And the next day, my 4-year-old went out to swim in it, and he came back in, and he was like, Mommy, there's all these little squigglies in the pool. And I was like, what? So I walk out there, and it's these like little tiny little things that have now turned into tadpoles. So we have an entire family of frogs living in our little kiddie pool now. So the kids don't get to swim in it anymore, but we get to watch tadpoles grow up. And now they've gotten to the point where they're like big old balls with little tails, and then soon the little legs will start sprouting. So we're just gonna watch a little zoology experiment this summer instead. You may not see me chat, but you have my spirit in Whisperwind. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, there's like a whole family. There's actually like at least 3 different litters. I don't know if that's the term with tadpoles, but there's 3 very distinct sizes. So 3 different hatchings of tadpoles now. So we're just going to have literally hundreds of frogs growing up in our thing. Oh, Lauren, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been a nice birthday. There's a Curious George episode about that. There is! Oh my gosh, I thought of that the first time that we saw them. I was like, this is just like in Curious George. Except he puts them back in the lake and then he's scared because he can't find them because they grew up. But yes, I know that. My kids loved Curious George. There was like 2 years where that was all they would watch. And so I know pretty much every episode of Curious George. Mom life. Hashtag mom life. I thought it was always sleepy time in Whisperwind. It is. It's always sleepy time in Whisperwind. Have you used a green screen? Yeah. Oh yeah, I use a green screen all the time. I mean, I have like, this is my more physical set over here that I use, but on this wall, which you can't see, I have my green screen up pretty much all the time. Or sometimes I'll cover it with my blue screen. I wish I could hear frogs. All I get is trains. Yeah, that's not as pleasant. Kids in that show are dumb. Oh my gosh, they're so dumb. Especially Bill. He thinks he knows everything and he's literally a moron. It's so funny. He like literally thinks that he's like the bee's knees, and he thinks that George is just like what kids look like from the city. But he's a monkey. Like, he's not a kid, he's a monkey, and he literally like does not understand that. It's so funny. We used to have some at our old place. Yeah, it's kind of fun. What's your favorite character to shoot ASMR videos with? That is a good question. I think one of my favorites is probably Luna. Now, here's the thing. All of the Whisperwind characters have at least a little bit of an element of me in them. So all of them are fun, like, in their own right. I do really love Rhea because she is kind of our homegirl. But because of that, I kind of feel like there's a little bit of pressure to film with her because I want those videos to be so good because I know that everybody loves Rhea. So now I'm a little bit like, oh no, I have to be perfect. And but Luna is just like silly, and she's curious, and she speaks her mind, and she doesn't hold her punches or her expressions, which is super fun. So Luna is more of the like curious, silly, adventurous side of Sage, I guess. So she's fun. And also Farron. Farron is very sassy. Farron is the result of Sage working in retail for years and just being like, I don't want to deal with people anymore. That's Farron. So I like filming her too. She's funny. Why is find an adult so seldom the solution in kids shows? That is so true. So many times you could just find an adult. Oh, Yoloma, thank you. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Hi. What time is it where you are? Isn't it like super late/early? Thank you for being here. Are you originally from Georgia? I love exaggerated Southern accent role plays when the accent is really authentic. I am not originally from Georgia. I'm actually originally from California, and then we moved to Minnesota when I was a teenager, and I lived there for a long time. And then I lived in Nebraska for like a hot minute, and now we live in Georgia. So I definitely don't have that like pretty Southern drawl. Every time I go anywhere, people are like, oh, well, you're not from here, are you? No, I'm not. I'm not Southern. Although some of my Northern friends now think that I sound Southern, but I don't hear it. But then Southern people think that I sound Northern, so I guess I'm just a hybrid. I don't know. That's why I relate to Farron so much then. Yeah, I mean, she's not like distinctly based off retail work, but there's definitely a part of that where she's like, I'm done dealing with people. I just want to live in the woods. And that's it. Like, don't bother me. I'm dropping. Oh, well, Luis, it's like 3 a.m. where you are, so I completely understand. Thank you for staying up to say hi. That's really sweet of you. But yes, enjoy your rest. Go get some sleep, honey. The one thing I'm hearing from my window is peace and not bad off-key singing, unlike the Wednesday where some guy decided to boot up a karaoke machine at 3 a.m. and do Chewbacca singing. Oh my gosh. Do you live in an apartment? Because that sounds like a very like #apartment living thing. Our kids are gaining a Southern accent. Yes, Mr. Sage is correct. Our kids are sounding more and more Southern every week. It's so funny. Oh, hi, Kata. I didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry that I missed you, but hi and good night if you're heading to bed. Thank you for stopping by. Would you rather be a girl head without a body or have a mud bath? I would much rather have a mud bath. I would much rather have a mud bath than not have a body. I viewed an entire playlist of yours, the Journey to Tivermag playlist. Yes, that was a good story. That series got really, really long. It was only supposed to be like 12 to 15 episodes, and I think it ended up being like 21 episodes. It was so long, but I kept just like getting new ideas for characters, and I was like, we have to do that person now. Now we have to do that person. Now we have to do that person. And it was super fun, but it maybe got a little bit long-winded for some people, but I enjoyed it. Speaking of series, I suppose we could actually like spend a little time talking about what's coming in the future on the channel a little bit. Right now we are in Whisperwind. We've been here for a little bit. We just got back from our big long journey to Napwin, which is a dwarven city. And next we're going to be going to another place in search of another relic. And this series is going to be shorter. Well, I say that. It's probably still going to end up being like 10 episodes. Right now I have like 6 episodes planned out, but you never know. Sometimes like the whimsy takes me and we'll go on something else. But we will be pursuing another relic probably like starting in the next couple weeks. So I'm excited for that. We'll spend a little bit more time doing just some Whisperwind videos and then kind of like setting up the new series and then heading out on our next adventure. Is it gonna be the cuff? The cuff. That's how I say it when I say it. I don't know how you guys say it, but that's how I say it. Possibly. No spoilers. We love the sage whimsy. Well, thank you. Kata. Oh, you were saying goodnight to Luis. Oh, gotcha. Well, hi, though. Thanks, Kata, for coming. It will always be the cuff. I was thinking, like, it would be fun to go after the cuff, but also everybody talks about the cuff so much and loves the cuff so much that maybe the cuff needs to be, like, the last one that we find, you know? Like, so we can build up to it. The cuff. I know. It's hard to keep up with the chat. It is hard. If I miss your messages and you say something, feel free to say it again because I'm trying to keep up with chat, but I might miss you a little bit. Can't stay for long, but hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, it's been a nice day. It's been just kind of chill and nice, and yeah, it's been good. Journey to Tivermag is basically when your D&D players decide to talk to every BNJ and not do the scenario. That's so true. It's like, here's your quest, and here's 60 different things that you could do instead of your quest if you really wanted to. Yeah, that was Journey to Tivermag. And sometimes it was even like, I didn't necessarily have a video planned, but like something would kind of be hinted to in one video, and then someone in a premiere would be like, oh, so we're going to go talk to this person next, right? And I was like, maybe so. That's how that started. Oh, thank you, SD Searcher. Thank you so much. Renee, that's right. Renee. I don't like, I know that your name is Renee. I don't know if you like say your name, so I usually just use screen names, but thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Can you do yokai month? You've already asked me that a bunch of times. I'm probably not going to do yokai month. That's not necessarily the style of my channel, but it would be a fun idea. I perpetually run like 10 minutes behind in reading chat in my streams. You get there though. You always get there, Nick. So sometimes you get caught up. The cup is like the Holy Grail. It kind of is like the Holy Grail, isn't it? It's like, wow, it's like this big thing now. I never necessarily meant for it to become like this meme, but now it is so much a meme and I just love it. I love it so much. It's so funny. Every time somebody says that, it makes me laugh. Oh, hi, Dappist. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Renee is fine. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Renee. This is why I never get anywhere in RPGs, the eternal draw of side quests. Well, and there's so much, like, fun to be had. And usually, like, when you're playing an RPG, like, especially, like, if you're doing something like D&D where you have a DM who's running it, like, maybe they made all of these interesting people in this town. And if you just, graze by, then you don't get to meet them. So if they put the work in, then you should see them, right? And spend, 6 sessions doing nothing. Why do they main when you can spend hours doing side quests? That is a good point. Why do the main? I'm like, that's like, playing RPGs. I usually end up going anywhere in the world that I can go first. And then I'm like, okay, what was the quest I was supposed to do? But it's fun. It's fun to explore. It's fun to kind of free play. Your part in Matt's video today was so good. Yes, Staffist. I was at that premiere. It was super fun. That was a fun collab. She was a fun character. Have you done a collab ASMR with your husband? I have not. Mr. Sage, would you ever like to do a collab with me? You don't want that. I think that you maybe could be good at ASMR, like with your voice, if you wanted to. But I doubt that I could keep you serious for like a half an hour to do a full video. That's my concern, is that you would be laughing and like make it funny, which, there is funny ASMR out there. I don't know. I guess we would have to see. It would be the most ridiculous collab in the world and nothing would get done. Yeah, that's super true. Maybe sometime we'll have to do just like a trigger video. Maybe we'll do it as like a Patreon exclusive first and you guys can see how ridiculous he is. And then maybe we'll work our way up to it, huh, babe? Mr. Sage needs to be an honorary Whisperwind character. I do have some male characters. That I would not be opposed to, you playing if you wanted to. It's your birthday? Yes, it is my birthday. Thank you, Mr. J. Thanks. It's been a good day. Do you have Lady D from Resident Evil Village hat? I do not have a hat like that. I would have to buy one. There's a lot of other people who have done videos of her. Oh my gosh, he's coming back.
I'm down the hall. No one wants this. I promise you.
I think it would be funny.
No. This would be the most insane thing in the world. And why are you using this chair? I thought you were using the other one.
I forgot to move it up. Okay. That's fine.
No. Just no.
I think it would be funny. I
have severe ADHD. It would not work. I'd get confused.
It would be. We could just do like unpredictable. Unpredictable ASMR is a thing. And you could very much, I think we need it. See, look, everybody in the chat, I want this. We need it. Do it.
I have also asked to be part of a D&D campaign. That didn't happen. Okay,
that wasn't my decision. And you didn't play it at that point. Now you play it and you enjoy it.
I do play it
now. Now you play it.
But no, it would take her hours
do it,
to edit.
It
would take her weeks to edit just one night if I did this.
I need to project this into the universe. Okay, everybody on my next several videos, everybody comment day whatever of asking Mr. Sage to collab. Mr. Sage could be a creature in Whisper. He could be Penelope. Penelope. Babe. Penelope, for those of you who don't know, Penelope is the town goat, and she doesn't really belong to anybody. Exactly. See, you can make your goat noise. And she doesn't really belong to anybody. She just randomly wreaks havoc, and she's just kind of this chaotic spirit in Whisperwind. You could do You could do Penelope.
Nah,
Who did the voice for Sheldon? Oh, no, the voice for Sheldon, I recorded my voice and then I just edited it down so that it sounded more like Sheldon.
I'll take credit for that.
Nope.
The first time she got dressed up as Knob, it was terrifying.
Yeah, he was a little freaked out. I mean, like when you don't know what your wife is doing and all of a sudden she comes out and she's like in full green paint and she looks like a goblin. It's a little bit disturbing. Mr. Sage cameo. You could do a cameo, babe. Just like a short thing.
What more do you want? Like, I am cameoing right now for you all.
This doesn't count. It's not a video. It doesn't count. Just Mr. Sage dubbing over the video of a goat. I'll just like find some stock footage of a goat and you can just talk and bleat like a goat.
The screaming goat? I can do the screaming goat.
No, that is not it. No, please no. Please no.
Really loud for all of you.
Some characters really scare the husbands. Yeah, I've had a few. The gremlin, too. That one scared him a little bit, didn't you?
Is it the one with the ears?
Yes, the big, huge ears. There were multiple ears over there, but the big, huge ones. The ones that are so big that I, like, kept banging into doorways because I forgot that they were there, and they're, like, they stick out to, like, here. I kept hitting stuff. Yes, I wish Sheldon. She belongs to us all. Aw, Penelope does belong to us all. She is the force of chaos, you know? There's so many, like, calm and soothing things because it's ASMR, but there's gotta be something in there that, like, has a little bit of chaos in there. It only makes us want more of Mr. Sage. Babe, you're gonna have to do this with me someday. Someday. We'll start small, but we'll get there. Sage, you did Sheldon. I did just a little bit of Sheldon. We did a Big Bang collaboration, and I was Penny. And I just needed Sheldon, like, knocking on the door. His little, like, knock, 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 Penny. Knock, 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 Penny. Knock, 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 Penny. Because that's what he does, like, every single time. So I just recorded myself doing that and then, like, dropped my voice in editing so that it sounded more like him. I cosplay as myself all the time. Don't we all? Don't we all? Sage could be a best Lucas from Miraculous. Okay, I started watching Miraculous and then I actually stopped. I think I watched like halfway into season 2 and then wherever I was streaming it, like it stopped showing. So I should catch up on there because I don't actually know who Lucas is. But I watched some of that show. I bet the minute Sage comes out of her recording dungeon in weird costumes, it just looks like a regular day. I mean, basically. Yeah. Thank you, Kata. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Hi, Gentle Rain. How are you? Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, hey, Greg. Nice to see you. Who else is here? Sage, you're late. Thank you, Amanda. I don't try to be late. I'm just a dork, but I appreciate that. We watch a ton of Miraculous here. Yeah, I should start it up. It felt like the first season, it felt like it was just the same story every episode redone, but I've heard that like there's actually more lore and like it gets more interesting as you keep watching it, so I should give it another chance. Is it like on Netflix or something? If it's on Netflix, I'll watch it. If it's somewhere where I have to search for it, I'm lazy and forgetful and I will probably not do it. Just being honest. But if it's somewhere, then I can watch it easily. You're an inspiration for me. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. It is my absolute pleasure to get to create these videos and this story. And like, I mean, honestly, the fact that like anybody likes anything that I do is still kind of mind-blowing to me. So thank you for watching, all of you guys. Do your kids ever see your costumes? If so, do they have a favorite character? They love Knob. I showed them part of my Knob video and they were just like busting up laughing the entire time. So my husband is freaked out by Knob, but my kids love Knob. So next time when Knob comes back to the channel, because she's coming back to the channel, I'll have to like let my kids actually see me in costume. Usually when I record it's like 1 a.m, so they're obviously asleep. But eventually, one of these days I'll have to like at least get in a costume early maybe or something so they can see it. But no, they love Knob. They love the elf characters. Yeah. Actually, honestly, like my kids, especially my 6-year-old, he is so sweet. He is so like gentlemanly. He'll be like, "Well, Mom, you look really beautiful," every single time he sees me on the computer when I'm editing. Every single time. He's a darling. So they're good for my self-esteem. But they do really love Knob. That one was funny. Well, thank you, Greg. Knob coming back to the channel. Yes, Knob is coming back. I always kind of had a plan for her to come back eventually. I still have people all the time who are like, "When is Knob coming back?" in comments and stuff. She's coming. I promise. I promise she is. I will probably record at least one like story video with her. And then maybe we'll do a couple extras just while I'm in costume and makeup and stuff. And I'll just every once in a while just like drop in a random like misadventures of Knob video because everybody really likes Knob. This is quite the stunning look you are, Sivies. Thank you. Thanks. This is not Sage in costume, just plain old Sage, but thank you. Knob is just so adorable. See, the thing is, like, when I was filming Knob and like coming up and I was like, I'm going to do a goblin as an ASMR character. I was like, people are either going to love this or I'm going to lose every single one of my subs. So luckily it was the first and not the second. Although there are still some people who comment and they're like, what is this? Which, I mean, fair. Like, it's a weird one. She's a weird one. Definitely not for everybody. But I'm glad that there are a lot of people who like Knob. You look stunning. Oh, thank you very much. He's making a singing video to wish you happy birthday. Oh, thank you, sweetie. What gender do you consider the traveler to be? That's a good question. I try to keep it open-ended so that it can be any gender, so that anybody who's watching it can you know, kind of relate to it. There were a few times, like earlier, where I kind of slipped up and I called the traveler he, I think. Now I think I'm better at saying they when I'm talking about them, but yeah, every once in a while I slip up. I think in my mind, originally, it was a male because, like, in sort of the medieval setting of a world, a woman traveling by herself would be really unusual and would, like, raise a lot more questions than a man traveling by himself. But that being said, I try to keep it open-ended and gender neutral so that it's not, like, specific to anybody. We did get a shave once. Yes, we did get a shave. So I guess if that one is canon, then I would assume that you are a male or maybe a dwarf. I mean, you know, you're actually a dwarf pretending to be an elf, pretending to be a human. Doesn't Knob come into play for the gauntlet quest? Yes, the cuff. The Knob, we traded Knob the cuff. And then Knob gave it to the overlord of the forest. But we, as the traveler, don't actually know that. We think that Knob still has it. So eventually we're going to have to see her again because she's our only lead to where the cuff ended up. And then that's going to be a whole new can of worms. And I'm still kind of figuring out how that's going to end. I think I have an idea. I was thinking about it the other day. That was actually a little while ago. I tweeted that, like, every once in a while I'll just be, like, thinking about a story thing while doing something else in life. And I'll just have, like, oh, I know what's going to happen. And I get so excited. And that was that moment, part of that story. Whisper wiki win. Oh my gosh. I really need to make a wiki. Honestly, it sounds like kind of an overwhelming and scary project to, like, set up and try to make a wiki out of everything. I do have a Discord where there are, like, several different channels where you can, like, kind of chat about different things. Specifically, like, plot questions and character chat and things like that. So, like, if you do have any questions, you can hop into my Discord and ask those. How many books of lore are you up to now? I'm pretty sure it was 4 the last time I asked. I have, like, 6 different notebooks now, I think. Yeah. I mean, they're not, like, all completely full. When I get ideas, it's rarely, like, in order. It's sometimes just, like, really scatterbrained things, and then I have to piece them together later, and I'm like, okay, past Sage, what were you thinking here? I have no idea, but I try to piece it together. I have 6 notebooks now that are all full of notes, and I have several different like Google Docs now where it's like, okay, here are all of the characters from this city and here are all of the characters from this city. So even if they don't like necessarily have a name, I have like who they were on there so that I don't get confused because it's so much. It amazes me how you can keep your lore straight at this point. Well, thank you. I do definitely take notes. And there are like, especially with videos where like it's been a little while in between one character to another, I do often go back and watch those videos, or at least kind of like skim through them and be like, okay, that was a plot point I need to remember. That was one I need to remember. That kind of stuff. So at least that's helpful that like I have them archived. Emmy, hi honey. Good to see you. I'm glad you got to make it for a little bit. If you use a green screen, how could you make you have a long neck in a green screen? I guess you could like wear green and like, you know, kind of crop out your body and then elongate the neck. I guess you could do that. Those crossed eyes remind me of that undead checkup. That undead checkup. That was a funny video. That one was super fun. That whole series in the astral plane was just, it was getting to explore things that were like a little more of a modern setting, but also you're dead. It was really fun. It was fun to do something a little bit different. I really appreciate the amount of work you put into your lore. Oh, thank you. Thanks. It's fun. And sometimes I think it's a little too much, but I'm glad that you appreciate it. It's really fun. Like I like being able to have sort of an in-depth world. Hello. Hi, nerdy vampire. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I bet if Sage would make a book out of the entire lore of the Whisperwind lore, would have a bigger trilogy than Lord of the Rings. Possibly. I've actually been told multiple times that I need to like write a series of novels of like the Whisperwind saga. And that would be super, super fun. And also really intimidating. Maybe one of these days. But that would be really, really fun. Also, this is in the background trying to get some stuff done. Oh yeah, no worries, girl. Thanks for being here. We made friends on the other side. We did. We made some friends and some not so friends too. Like we still have the deal of the red demon. I don't know if you guys remember that video, but the red demon helped us partially cross the Sea of Forgetfulness, but we had to make a deal that she could come and just ask us a favor. And that has not come into play yet, so that might happen someday. But I don't want to tell you when yet. The amount of detail in the story and the prop making and the costumes blows my mind. Thank you. I volunteer to be a beta reader and editor for you. Yes. Hello. Thank you so much. That would be a lot of fun. Live stream. Yeah, this is my first live stream. Hi, that's, One Man ASMR. Hi, Ray. Nice to meet you. Or see you, I guess. I've never actually, chatted in a live stream. I love the idea of Whisperwind being on another plane dimension along with the real world. Yes, that is canon now. There are 12 different realms, different planes, I guess, and they all have different worlds on them. So technically there's one of the realms that is modern day. And I'm not going to go into all of that right now because then we get into multiverse and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that is canon, that there are 12 different realms and they all have different worlds on them. Cheese brain. You don't have a cheese brain. It's just so much. There's so much going on. I found your channel when you were doing the Astral Plane series, so I have a special place in my heart for it. Oh, fun. That's so fun. I wonder when people kind of start watching and kind of what they remember the most. How are you feeling about doing this live stream? Well, now that it's the technical issues are gone, it's fun. It was stressful for the first little bit when I was look, because I'm just an idiot. I think that I know things and I really don't know things. But yeah, no, this is fun. I like just kind of chatting with you guys. I guess if you guys want, we can actually do some ASMR triggers. I have some things over here. We could just do some fluffy mic. Was wondering when the red demon would come up again. Yes, the red demon is because she can come at any moment. She's kind of a plot device that I just get to sit on, like a DM where it's oh well, that's gonna come eventually and you never know when it's gonna hit, so I'm just kind of sitting on it and milking it. I loved the group collabs in Whisperwind so much. Yes, the fairies and the elves. Oh, you're welcome. Those are such fun projects to put together. I love getting to do something like that, where it's just kind of like a broad idea and then like you guys get to run with it. I love that. And like there's some lore that like I ask people who collab with me to kind of be aware of. And so far people have been really, really great about it and like asking lots of clarifying questions and like just really, really getting into it and like making sure that they do it right, which like I really appreciate. You guys are so sweet. Those are really, really fun projects to do. If you fire up the Astral Plane series anytime you get bored at work, you'll start committing this to memory. Sage with the red demon wolf card. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm so excited about it. Do you know how hard it is to pretend to be alive when you are dead? Astral Traveler, poor thing, try to pretend to be dead when you are alive. I want to keep it like that. No joke. No joke. What was your first ASMR experience? The first one, like long before I knew what ASMR was. We went to a fair when I was little, and there was a man there. It was like, I don't think it was specifically a Renaissance fair, but it was some sort of a fair where they had like craftsmen like that. And there was somebody doing glass blowing. And he had his little stand, and then there was like a barrier because obviously it gets really hot and is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. And then there were like benches where you could sit. And I sat there and I was just transfixed, like literally like rooted to the spot watching him doing this glass blowing. And it was so beautiful. And if I hadn't had my family being like, come on, let's go do something else, I probably would have sat there all day because it was so enchanting. That was probably one of the first ASMR experiences. And then also when I was a kid, I had one specific teacher that would read to us every day after recess. And it was like, you know, we would have lunch and then we would have recess and then we would come in. And so we would all be like kind of hot or whatever, but she would just sit and read and you just like sat and listened to her read. And she had a really nice voice. So one of those two things. Not sure which one was first. Do more fairy. Yeah, the fairy videos are fun. I could do another one of those soon. Got any dream collabs you're hoping for the future? Okay. It's on my bucket list. I am never actually going to like approach this person because they are a really big channel and I don't want to be obnoxious, but it would like make my life if I got to collab with Goodnight Moon. Oh my gosh, that's like absolutely the dream right there. I would love to do Goodnight Moon or Blue Whispers. That's another one. I think my first video of yours that I see was the third Raya video about Tavern Girl Helps You Sleep. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was kind of plot, but also just kind of chill. So like you can keep coming back to it. That was a good one. I love doing the elf collab. Yes, your piece was so good. You were super fun in that one. Telling the mythology and paranormal ASMR as the characters. I've done some like stories from mythology, but I don't know that I've ever just sat down and like done that. Hi, are you having a good day? Love you. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. The red demon probably will want a relic. Oh my goodness. Dun 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 dun. You never know. You never know what that red demon will want. So glass blowing ASMR went right. Oh my gosh. I would totally, absolutely, if it wasn't super expensive and like challenging to learn, I would absolutely learn glass blowing just to do an ASMR video. And then for forever because it's so fun. I love watching glass blowing. Check out what glass blowing looks like. Yeah, absolutely. It's so pretty. There's actually a show on Netflix called Blown Away that is like a competition with glass blowing. And then of course you get like some of the high stakes stuff, so it's not necessarily like relaxing because it's a reality TV show, but it's really pretty and they make some really beautiful things. Will the mushroom demon return? She's the hero we need. That video was actually a patron voted one. I gave my patrons like 3 different options of a demon that we would meet like in the middle of the story. And they voted like, I think mushroom demon won by a lot. And so I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this. She was so fun though. It was so fun. I would pay to see that collab. I would pay to do that collab, honestly. That would be super fun. That would make your life. Thanks. I think I'm behind in chat a little bit. Goodnight Moon would be so perfect. She would. I love her. She was like a big inspiration for me when I was starting. She was the first channel that I saw that like did like like role plays where it was like a continual story, and I was like, that's amazing. Loved the spring solstice. Yeah, that one was super fun. Collab with Calming Escape. I've never done a collab with Calming Escape before. That would be fun though. Everyone's side-eyeing Aaron. Aaron, I love you. I know you don't know me, but I love you. Let's collab. Marno ASMR on it too. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh my gosh, I would love that. The first video I viewed of yours was the one as a Jedi Master took care of the character after a failed assassination attempt. Yeah, Master Faye. She is a character who, she's in some of the extended lore. She's a really cool character. So that was like several years before Order 66 when Obi-Wan was around. Yeah, that was a fun video. A character that does glass blowing and makes a glass bottle for the traveler. That would be super fun. I don't know how I would do glass blowing. Unless it's just like a glass blower and they're showing you their wares, which would be really cool. Maybe I could find some stock footage of that. I don't know. And just like narrate over it. I could at least like tell you about how to do it. Maybe. There's possibilities. Mushroom Fairy. I used to visit a local glassblower as a child and used to get given the stuff that didn't quite work out. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's super fun. We had a ceramics place that had like the spinning pottery wheels, and we would go there sometimes. It was like a studio where there were like several different artisans who would work there, and that was another place I would just go and I would watch people spin pottery for like ever. It was so much fun. I should have Shani for a part. I should. Yarn! Hi! Hello, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Eee. Wow, what? Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a good birthday. Oh, Yarn, you're so sweet. I love you so freaking much. You're the best. Roger. Can you do the Goddess of the Sun? I mean, I might do like a sun goddess video, but I'm probably not going to do like specifically lore. I have my own lore for the channel, so probably not going to like do that specific goddess, but I could do a sun goddess. Hi Lee, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Hi Yarn, how are you? Good to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I know it's just kind of like chit-chatting or whatever, but I appreciate you. You guys are all really sweet. Like hardly actually drank anything because I've been talking too much. Shani. Yeah, I should do something with Shani. She was actually going to be in one collab and then it didn't work out. But I should have her in something. It's time for the old man to go to sleep. 4:15 a.m. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for being here, Pan. Golly gee. Thank you. Thank you very much. The traveler just meeting deities left and right, checking them off their bucket list. Basically, we've met 3 of them now. And then some other like spirits that like serve the deities. I think we've only met 3 deities so far, but like golly gee. It's been nice. Well, thank you, Nick. Several years ago in Virginia at the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, there was a Dale for the exhibit, but I got the museum with friends. That would be awesome. I love the video where we were a plant. Oh my gosh. I loved doing that video. That one was like a little bit off the beaten track for me at least, but it was super fun. Like the like plants around the outside of the screen, and then I like was pruning you. That one was actually really, really fun and like chill. Do you have any animal human hybrids in your lore? We have met a fawn, and then I have mentioned centaurs, and we haven't actually met a centaur yet. And then I guess we have werewolves, which is not like, they're not human animal all the time, but they are both human and animal at different times. You know what a werewolf is. But yeah, we have some animal human hybrids. The plant video. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you guys liked that one. That was another one that I was like, I don't know if this is gonna flop or not, but there were some people who like really, really loved it, which is awesome. Thank you, Matt. I enjoyed my elf roleplay with you. Yeah, you were so sweet, Amanda. I loved your little character. The fawn was really sweet. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was one that I got some horns off of my wish list, actually, from Amazon, from a very nice patron who bought those for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do my draconian, and I'm going to do a fawn, and I'm going to do some other things that I haven't done yet, but that are coming. There's more coming. So that was really exciting. That was a fun one to get. Just opens up so many new possibilities. I want to thank you and Amy K, because today I finally started to write my first script and decided to do ASMR. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, for sure, when you start doing that, let me know, because I will come and watch your stuff. That is so awesome. Well, I'm happy to have been a small part of that, but mostly that's you being awesome. Seeing you grow has been the greatest journey ever. I knew you're something special. Yarn, you're so great. Yes, Yarn, everybody was like the original Whisperwind fangirl. Like back when I had like 20 subs. Yarn was like, you're amazing and you're going to be amazing. You're so sweet, Yarn. I love you. I was super worried because I had written a plant video for Yvette at the same time that ended up getting delayed. Oh, well, it's probably different. I mean, you know, it's not like there are a lot of other videos that have been done by multiple people, and it's always a little bit different, so no worries. Any sneak peeks on the next series? Well, we're going to be looking for another relic, and there's actually really only one other relic that we know of, or think we know of, where it is. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to go to get the cuff, and we're going to go see Nob again, so all of that is coming like really soon. But Nob doesn't have the cuff, and so there's going to be like actually like a big heist. I have no idea how I'm going to do a heist in ASMR with just me, but it's going to be really cool. And then there's going to be a couple different twists and some things, and I don't want to give too much away of like how it ends, because I love that, like the cliffhangers at the end of a series where you guys don't know what's happening. I love that. I love it so much. So I don't want to give too much away, but it will be going back into the forest where we met Nob, and where we almost died by the crawlies, the big like giant spiders, which may or may not play a part in this next series too. But I don't want to give anything away. Nigel, hi, welcome back. Thanks for sticking through it with all the technical difficulties at the beginning. I'm glad that you actually got to like see me legitimately streaming and not just a terrible screen. But ooh, yes, I love the cut to me screaming after every cliffhanger. Rowan, I love how much you get into the cliffhangers. I just love it. I just love it. Have you did Full Metal Alchemist? I haven't done Full Metal Alchemist, but I do really like that show. I have not watched My Hero Academia, so I'd have to watch it, but I know there are several other artists who have done that before. It's so cool to see that ASMR is famous enough that we now have ASMR script writers. I know, isn't that awesome? I love that. I love that. Heist sounds like a good opportunity for collabs. Possibly. We'll have to see. The thing is, I need to be able to like have a script, or at least a solid idea, well enough in advance that I can give it to somebody and then like have them make it and get me the video back in time. Usually like the reason I don't do a whole lot of collabs like in the actual story is because it just kind of happens like spur of the moment, and working with other creators, like you have to give them time to do things, because obviously like it takes time, and I don't always have that time because my brain just kind of pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's a great idea. So, you know, that's the thing. I will sure tell when I start my Wizard's Apprentice series. That's exciting. I already love it. Cool. Cue Mission Impossible. Yes, pretty much. Hi, Becca. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Would you consider some kind of wand or magic item shop or pairing? Possibly. We've done, we've done a video with a rune casting shop where you were buying different like magical runes. But I would maybe do a wand shop as well. You're one of my favorites. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to help Nob make crawly soup. Maybe crawly soup with the looky plants. That was the little clip that I showed my husband, was where I had the plants with the eyeballs in it, and I was like, they're very looky. And he was like, nope, I saw like 6 seconds of it and I'm done. Going away forever. He freaked that one out. Have you done Pokemon ASMR? I have not done anything Pokemon, but that would be fun. My kids are watching through Pokemon right now, and they get so into it, and it's so cute. I love it. I'm out now. See you next time. Bye, Ryan. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much. Yay, scriptwriters. Yes, Lauren. Get it, girl. I love that you have done some script writing for people. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Spider soup. Yes. Crawly soup. Will the Mime from October ever return? Oh, maybe. That was a collab that I did on Sleeping Artist channel, Julie. The Mime was for the haunted dollhouse. And there were some other dolls that were like a little more creepy haunted. And then my Mime was like trying to be sweet, but ended up not being sweet. And then I did a video, I think, for Patreon too, with the Mime. She was fun. That was an interesting challenge. Like, you know, obviously doing all the motions because mimes don't talk. That one was fun. My son is into Pokemon too. His favorite is Umbreon. Umbreon is fun. Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, the Mime, it was fun makeup. It was a fun look to put together. So maybe someday. Yes. Oh, hi, Julie. I didn't know if you were still here or not. Hi. Love you. That was a fun collab. That was just something like different and original. It was fun. The one person I really want to see make a return is the town crier from Esha. Oh my gosh, the town crier. That video idea. That was one that like, it wasn't super planned. I had all the other videos for that series planned, but I was like, I need something, because there were a few videos that were like traveling to Eshan, and then we actually got to Eshan, and I was like, okay, I need somebody that's going to sort of like introduce the city to us, you know, just kind of work as like, okay, now we're in Eshan. And I was like doing research, and I was like, who would do that in like a medieval town? Who would be kind of like the person? And my brain was just like, town crier. And I was like, ASMR, town, like their job is to yell. ASMR, like how? I was so mad. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But it just like would not leave my mind. And I was like, fine. So I did it. But it actually, I think it turned out okay. It was just a weird idea. Like a town cry, like literally their job is to stand there and yell in ASMR. But it was fun. That was so fun. Give her a hat. I know she needs a hat. Poor girl. She works so hard. Yeah, she needs a hat. What's the collab coming soon you're in? Oh, there's a Xena collab. Yeah, coming later this summer, I think. It's a big editing project, so she's been working on it for a really long time. But I am Gabrielle, who's sort of the scrappy sidekick in Xena. So that one was super fun. Super duper fun. When will we ever see Rhea again? I need more. She's our homegirl. We'll definitely see her again. Town Whisperer. Yeah. That's more what she was. It looks super cool. I can't wait for that. Yeah, me too. It was actually like, we filmed it a long time ago because it's been such a long project, and she's like putting multiple people into multiple scenes so that it's gonna really look like an episode of TV done in ASMR, and like all the lighting and getting things to look just right so it looks like you're actually in the scene. It's going to be pretty intense, so it's taken a long time, but I'm really excited for it. You are a dream to collab with, Sage, when you are organizing. It's always super pro. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Yoloma. That's really nice. I try to be like really organized, and sometimes I worry that I'm like too organized and it's going to put people off, but so far people have been really nice about it, so... And when you're in someone else's collab, thank you. I try to, like, if it's somebody else's project and they're inviting you into it, like, I want to do a really good job with it. So thanks. You're really great to collab with too. I've loved being in your projects. What is that Xena collab all about? Xena is a show from the 90s. It's Xena Warrior Princess. It's like back in ancient Greece. And she was like trained by Ares and has like kind of a darker past, but now she's trying to like redeem herself and be a hero and gets into all kinds of crazy stuff. And then she actually, in several episodes, there's Hercules, and well, Heracles. I don't actually remember which one they call him in the show. But yeah, and then I think he actually had a spin-off show too. So yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun show. Raina's editing, her editing is so good. Super top-notch. It's very immersive. Yeah, that project is going to be really, really exciting. Like, really big. So excited to see what Raina put together. I know, me too. Xena is the bomb. Yeah, it was one of those, like, cult classics. That was a lot of fun. Joxer. We do have a character. We do have Joxer. It's played by Paul Tinglesmith ASMR. And I mean, I haven't, like, seen the footage, but in the videos and everything, he seemed like he was the perfect Joxer. Xena is a build girl. She is. I actually started the Eshon playlist about a year or two ago. Been hooked ever since. Oh, thank you. Feels like so long ago. Raina, official Raina Tamarin. She's the person who's putting together the Xena collab. So it'll be on her channel. I posted on my community tab, I think like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago or something. I put the trailer that she made for it on there. So you can go check out the trailer and then make sure that you subscribe so that you see the video when it comes out. I love Paul. Paul is so good. Oh my gosh. He was another one of like the first people that I found who did role plays that I was just like transfixed on. I think it was one of his druid videos was the first one that I saw of his. And I was like, okay, this guy's amazing. He's so cool. Awakening queer women. Yeah. Yes. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah. I'm unfamiliar with the creator. Well, you should go find her. Go follow her because she was super good. She does, like I said, really amazing, like immersive editing work. Very, very talented. Paul's druid. Yeah, I know. That's such a good character. His druid and, well, all of them. I love pretty much everything he does. I love it. But also the character that he does, Poe from Altered Carbon. I actually hadn't watched Altered Carbon until he did a video with Poe from there. And I was like, what is this show? I need to find out. And it's a really good show. And also he's the perfect Poe. His space bartender. Oh yeah, that was a good one too. He's very, very good. Very, very good. He has this way of talking and it's just like, it's a little bit like slower paced, but it's in a way that like you like want the next word. You're like hanging on every word, like literally. It's so good. So good. He did a video a long time ago. I think it was like maybe not last October, but the October before, where he was, I think, a ghost in the Tower of London. And he was like a tour guide. It was so good. I've watched it like probably 5 or 6 times, and I don't think I've actually made it to the end anytime because I've fallen asleep, but it's a very good video. Paul is the best. Explorer video. Yes, that one was really good. Was it the Egyptian one, or was it another recent one? Space Station Antique Store. Ooh. Yeah, he could talk about paint drying. I'd be interested. He was in my, well, thank you, Lee. Thank you so much. Paul was in my Whisperwind Winter Solstice video. He was like a traveling charlatan doctor, and he was so funny. That's the other thing. Like, he is like sometimes very serious, and sometimes he's so hilarious, and you almost miss it because he's just so soothing to listen to. But oh my gosh, he's so funny. So funny. Yeah, Howard Carter. I think that was his name. That one was super good. That was another one I had to watch multiple times before I actually made it through because it was so relaxing, but also like so good. We'll have to locate this character. Yeah, it's Tinglesmith ASMR. That's his channel. So much in Blackadder. Yes, that one was really good. Yeah, he's done a lot of really good videos. guys have any other questions or anything, I'm happy to answer questions or chat. Oh, that's okay, Robert. It is a challenge when, like, we have channel names, but we also have our real life names. And, like, when you collab with somebody, then you maybe get to know them by their real name more often, but it still is a little bit confusing to keep up with. And sometimes there are people that, like, I occasionally talk to, but I don't talk to them all the time, and so, like, I know their channel name, but then they come into my chat and I'm like, hi, I think that's your name, but if I get it wrong, then I'm gonna feel really bad. But, you know. Finally in some dry clothes. Well, that's good. Oh, the wizard character. Yes, his wizard one is super good too. I'm sorry if you answered this already. I just logged in, but what gave you the idea for Whisperwind? I have not answered that yet. I actually had the idea for Whisperwind like almost a year before I started my channel. I found ASMR, and a little while afterwards I found like fantasy role plays for ASMR, and that's when I like really got hooked on it. Like for me, I love the triggers, but I also very much love the story and the characters, and like people putting in a lot of work to like make videos immersive and things like that. So then I found Goodnight Moon ASMR. She has her like Babblebrook series, which is really amazing. And she has quite a few Babblebrook videos, but she also does other videos in between, which is totally understandable because it's a lot of work doing videos like that. And there were a couple other people who have done like a shorter series where it was like a little bit of a continual story, but again, it wasn't like their whole channel. And I was just like, how cool would it be to have a channel where like that's all it is like one continuing story, and you get to know these characters and you like revisit them, and like there's actually kind of an overarching story to it. And then as soon as I thought that, I was like, that would be so much work. Who is crazy enough to do that? Well, I am. Apparently I am. It was one of those things where like I had the idea in my mind and it just kind of sat in my mind, and I kept like pushing it away because I was like, no, that would be so much work. Like that would be so exhausting to do that. But it just kind of kept staying there, and then it started growing, and then it started like I started just kind of jotting down ideas for characters and places, like on napkins or like receipts while I was at work or whatever, things like that. And all of a sudden I had like 6 characters from Whisperwind, and I was like, okay, these are really fun characters. And then I started kind of developing the story, and I was like, okay, this is super fun, but also it would be so much work, and I don't know that I'm up for it. And then after about a year of like trying to talk myself into it, I was like, fine. So I started it, and I'm so glad that I did. And honestly, I wish I had started sooner, because I really, really love it. But it was something I had to wait until I was ready, until I knew that this was like, okay, there's no way that I can't do this. Like I have so many ideas and so many, like I'm already so excited about it, and I haven't even done anything about it, that like this needs to happen. So it happened. The Babblebrook series. I know, I love the Babblebrook series. I definitely feel like I need a story to get me to focus on the triggers. Stops my mind from spiraling. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I feel like there's an element of escapism. And again, it kind of like, especially with ADHD, sometimes when I'm just like watching a video that's just triggers, like my mind will still kind of wander. Not all the time, but sometimes it will. But like having a story, having characters, having like a conversation with somebody to like follow, it helps me focus more on the video and then appreciate the triggers more. Not everybody is like that, and that's totally okay. But for me, that's something that I really, really enjoy in ASMR. Have you seen Ephemeral Rift? Yes, I like his videos. They're strange, and I like them. Yeah, I fall asleep to his videos rather often. I like his Plague Doctor videos. That's another one where like he talks so slowly that you're kind of like hanging on the next word. Amy K, for example, has a great series with an overarching story. Yes, she does. Featuring me. Yes, I was in one of those. That was a fun collab. Bricky, hi! hi. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Would you do a comedy like The Holy Grail or Blackadder? Possibly. I mean, I've done like some videos that are a little more funny, but I haven't done like a popular, like, you know, an actual already written story, I guess. But I would consider it. People still ask me if they can go back to Maggie's Tavern. Aww, that is so sweet. That was a fun one. I mean, I know it was like just a couple minutes, but I felt that character, you know? Like, she was great. She was like a mom character that she was like nice and encouraging, but also doesn't let you get away with stuff, you know? Like, can also be tough. I liked her. She was fun. Holy Grail. That would be a funny idea. If anybody wants to organize that collab, I would jump in on that. Monty Python. Your room is so pretty. Thank you. Thanks. This is where I record. So this is my like physical set over here. I have the wood backdrop, and right now I have my healer's cottage set up. And then over on the wall that you can't see over here is my green screen. So, and I have to keep, you know, kind of switching things around, but thank you. Hi, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Holy Grail collab. Yeah, girl, if you organize that, I will do that. Or if somebody else wants to organize that, I would count me in. There aren't that many, I guess, female characters in there, but I would also do a male character for that. Like, that would be fun. I think those are some of those roles you could gender bend, and that would be fine. Maybe one day. Mike, yes, Mike is completely casual ASMR. Robert, have you seen the Kelswig series? Yeah, that was one of those, like, YouTube totally failed me and should have showed me those videos like years ago, but I just came across her channel like a couple months ago, I think. But yeah, her stuff is really good too. ASMR with Anna, I think. The nunnery. Oh my gosh. We could do a whole ASMR video just in the nunnery. Oh, that would be so funny. So funny. I could totally play a coconut in a Holy Grail collaboration. I actually have like a little bowl that is made out of like a smooth, hollowed out coconut. That would be so funny. Oh my gosh, a Holy Grail collab would be so fun. Anyone a fan of Critical Role? I need to start listening to Critical Role. I know that they've been around for forever now. I didn't jump on at the time, and I had a couple other podcasts that I was listening to, and I just didn't feel like I could add on another one. Like, just my brain only has so much space. But I know everybody, like, I know it's really, really good. So I need to start listening to Critical Role. I love the Kelswig series. I went from Aaron to Anna and then found Sage. Aww. Okay, to be like considered with those two artists is a really huge honor. Love Critical Role. I know. I need to start watching them, listening to them. Tim, hi Tim. Thanks for coming. It's so much content. That's the thing. I feel like it's so much now to the point where I'm just like, this is overwhelming. It's like I started watching I wanted to watch Bleach, like an anime, and it's got like 300 and some episodes or something, which I know is not like the most out of any anime, but it's still a lot of episodes. But it was like one of my friend's favorites, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll start watching it. But it took me a long time to decide that I wanted to watch it because it's just so much. It just feels like, oh, this is gonna go on forever. And it did. Critical Role. Gosh, I need to start listening to Critical Role tonight. Campaign 2 just finished. I saw a lot of like reactions to the end of Campaign 2. I follow enough like D&D accounts on Twitter, and I think I actually follow Critical Role on Twitter, so like I saw people posting about it, and I see the like really beautiful fan art that people make of it. So it was like one of those secondary reactions, because I'm not actually part of the fandom, but I see the fandom. Their TikTok, all the good stuff without the filler. Ooh, that's good to know. Hello. Going to have Holy Grail in my brain all night. Excellent. My job here is done. There's so much Critical, it's like starting One Piece. Another one that I have never watched because it just seems like so much stuff. Like there's just so much. My brain can't handle it. It's only 400 plus hours of your life. Well, at least with a podcast, like I can listen to a podcast while I fold laundry or while I do dishes or things like that. But I don't know how much, like, if they swear or things like that, like if there's adult content, then I can't really do it around my kids, and my kids are always here, so I just have to be a little bit careful of things like that. I just started Camp 2, so you can jump in now. Okay. Time to sleep. Good night. Sleep well, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. I haven't started C2, but I've been seeing the memes all week. Yeah. There's a lot of content from fans, which is so cool. Like, that's super fun. I always struggled with longer anime. Yeah, it's like, I like watching the short ones because they're easier to watch. You know, you can get them done in like a week. But then I'm always like, okay, now I want more. But there isn't more. So you gotta find a good balance. Like 60 to like maybe 100 episodes. Like that's a good, you can have like a decent cohesive story without it dragging on and without a bunch of filler stuff. Like that's pretty good. Now that I know that I will do ASMR, I will do at least one Caduceus Clay roleplay. I'm guessing that's a Critical Role character. But yes, you should. That would be fun to see. One Piece is too big at this point to start. It honestly feels like it. Like there's just so much. I just finished a classic anime, Sailor Moon. That is a classic one. And now there's like Sailor Moon Crystal and there's Sailor Moon, all these other ones too. Are you on TikTok? I am not on TikTok. Talk to Amy. Amy's been trying to get me on TikTok for forever. It's okay. Here's the thing. I know that I would really enjoy TikTok, but I think I would enjoy it a little too much and spend way too much of my life watching TikTok. And I don't have a lot of time for things like I'm a mom and I have a house and I have a puppy that takes a lot of work and I have my channel and like I need to use my time wisely, and I feel like TikTok would be like I would have no self-control and would lose myself in TikTok. What's your favorite anime? That's a good question. I really love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, specifically Brotherhood. It was one of the first ones that I saw when I started watching it, and it's always like I compare everything else to that one. And I love that that one doesn't have a lot of filler episodes. Like it is, because the manga had already finished when they started Brotherhood, they were able to make one cohesive story, and it was really nice. Anime with too much filler is so annoying. It is. Oh my gosh. I started actually when I was watching Bleach. I found a website where they said like, okay, these are the canon ones. These are the fillers. And these are the fillers that are like an actual arc that if you wanted to watch, like it is a story. And then these are the fillers that don't mean anything. That was nice. Fuzzy Mike is giving me some ocean waves tingles. Gonna put this up on the top triggers list. Wood spoon and bowl. I know you love the wood spoon and bowl. That is a good one. I like doing the potion videos because I love the wood spoon and the wood bowl. So I've started and stopped Naruto like 12 times too much filler. Yes, oh my gosh. I started Naruto a while ago and I got a little ways in, but then it got to filler stuff and I was just like, I don't care about this. I just don't. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't. I love Fruits Basket. I haven't seen that one, but I've heard good things about it. One day I will prevail. TikTok is a dark hole. Yeah, it really is. And I feel like I would just fall into it and never come back out. Sage is gone. Sage can't come to the phone right now because she's on TikTok. Accidentally spent hours on there. Don't give in, Sage. I know. No, Amy, I can't join you. I will die. Or my channel will just die. I'll just like won't have time. It'll be like, where did the whole day go? Oh no. Throws to the wind. See the new Shang-Chi trailer? I haven't yet. I want to though. I'll have to look it up. I'm looking forward to the traveler exploring Kanjigar. Is that something happening in the future? Possibly. I'm glad that you like the idea of Kanjigar. Kanjigar is, for those of you who may not know, it's this the country that is to the west of the Kingdom of Maladia, which is where the majority of our story happens. And we just met a Dragonian, who's a dragon person, dragon kind, I guess, who lives in Kanjakar. And we've also met a fortune teller from Kanjakar. And actually, my cat's outside my door. Okay. Yeah, there's actually going to be another, hopefully soonish, that has another character from Kanjakar in it. So it might be a little while before we actually go there, but we'll get to like learn more about it for sure, and hopefully go there soon. It isn't easy being a parent. It's not. It's rewarding. It's also challenging. It's like equal parts good and bad, and tiring, but also joyous. It's like an adventure where you never really know what's going to happen. All I hear is your evil scientist laugh when you say that. Brotherhood was and still is awesome. Brotherhood is so good. So good. Oh wait, happy birthday. Yes, yeah, Bricky, it's my birthday. That's why I decided to stream for the very first time ever. Which I maybe shouldn't have, because I had technical difficulties for a while. But that's okay. We're here. We're good. 4:44 a.m. here in Belgium. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for coming, Yoloma. I appreciate you. I enjoy your company. And thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good sleep in Belgium. My TikTok vibe is an abomination. You might like Fruits Basket. It's about a Chinese zodiac curse. Ooh. That sounds exciting. Have you watched Hunter x Hunter? Yes, I have watched Hunter x Hunter. Actually, I started watching Hunter x Hunter after I had just watched an anime that was like super dark and super heavy, and I was like, okay, I need something that's a little bit lighter and won't be super like emotionally involved. And then I started Hunter x Hunter, and it is very emotionally involved. So, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. Mookie, yes, my baby, he's outside. He hates when I close the door. Oh, good night, Lee. Thanks for stopping by. Solange. Good to see you. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it's my birthday. The one we met in the ruins saved our butts. The Dragonian? Yes. Yeah, we met her in the tavern, the Unturned Stone, and then she saved us in the ruins as well. Yes. You're a natural at streaming. Oh, thanks. I just feel like I'm responding to what you guys are saying in the chat, but thank you. That's really sweet. The first time ever, you're so good. Thank you. Thanks. It's fun just to like get to chat with you guys. Are you a One Punch Man fan? Yes, I love One Punch Man. I love One Punch Man. It is so funny. It is so meta. It just like makes fun of everything like shown in anime, but also like in a way that like, you know that they're not being mean. It's hilarious. I love One Punch Man. Actually, I have somewhere in the background, I have fan art of Saitama back there. He's actually holding Goku, who's like all beat up, because there's kind of that like and timeless question, like, oh, is Saitama stronger? Is Goku stronger? But the whole point of Saitama is that like he is overpowered. He's supposed to be overpowered. So my husband hates that one because he really loves Dragon Ball. But I think it's funny. Whisperwind TikTok. Oh gosh, maybe someday. It would be fun. Like I think I could make like some fun ASMR videos for it, but I would also just get sucked in. I love all things Studio Ghibli. Yes, I love Studio Ghibli. That was actually like my very first anime experience. I was watching Spirited Away on TV, and I had no idea what it was, but I just like started watching, and I was like, what is this weird movie? And then by like a little ways in, I was just enchanted. Like I could not stop watching. And it was actually like getting to be my bedtime, because I was like in middle school or something. So like my parents put me to bed, I told them good night, and I went to bed, and then I snuck back into like our spare bedroom that had a TV in it, and I just sat there and I just watched the rest of the movie, because I was like, I don't even know what this movie is called, and if I don't finish it now, I'm never going to be able to. And I'm glad I did, because it was really good. My cat decided it's time to be awake now. It's almost 4 a.m., so it's obviously breakfast time. Oh my gosh, my cat does that too. If I lay in bed too long, he will actually start like biting my feet. You jerk. Are you comfortable talking us through your tattoos? Sure, yeah. This one is, okay, it's not like the best quality tattoo. It's supposed to be an anchor with like a galaxy pattern inside. But I think the artist used too much like blues and greens and not enough like purple and black, so it just kind of looks like the ocean. But it was supposed to be an anchor filled with galaxy. And I love the like galaxy aesthetic, and I also love the like ocean aesthetic. But the anchor is supposed to be like, you know, no matter what the world throws at you, like, you know, standing your ground and like, you know, having that solid foundation that you can come back to. And then the galaxy is more like what's out there, and like the possibility and the exploration and the excitement of the unknown and things like that. So it's kind of like a balance, a juxtaposition to that. And then I have this one here. It is a little flower. It's actually in the shape of a lotus flower. I don't know if you guys know the show Avatar, The Last Airbender, but this is the lotus tile, and it's actually the symbol of a secret order called the Order of the White Lotus. And it's an order that like it transcends the borders of these nations that are at war and, you know, very, very divided. And they come together in pursuit of balance and unity and transcendence and peace and things like that. So it's like, even regardless of like your walks of life, we can all come together because we all share this world, and in reality, like, we're all the same. And so I have this one, and actually Mr. Sage, my husband, has this one too in the same spot. So it's kind of our like marriage, I guess, because it is kind of a representation of marriage as well. And then I have a tattoo on my back that is Simba from The Lion King. It's like the drawing that Rafiki does on the tree, so it's just kind of the outline of him. And that one is in memory of my dad, actually. He died when I was in high school. And then I have that one, and my sister has it on her ankle too. So thanks for asking. I like talking about my tattoos. I gotta go crash. Well, thanks for coming, Mike. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, sleep well. I love One Punch Man. Yeah, I know, it's so funny. The first episode, that was another one that like my friend tried to convince me to watch, and I was like, I don't know, like it sounds kind of dumb. He just like turned on the first episode. He was like, give me your remote, and he just like turned it on Hulu, and I was like, fine. And I was like busting up laughing the whole first episode. I was like, okay, I'm watching this. It was so good. So good. You're up, feed me, pay attention to me. Yes, that's what my cat does. Much as I love a lot of Ghibli, they did mess up Earthsea. I haven't seen that one. Can you guys hear my cat? I don't know if you can actually hear him or if it's just me. No idea it was the lotus tile. Yes, it is. It's the lotus tile from Uncle Iroh. He is my favorite character. I don't care what anybody says. There are a lot of great characters, but I love Uncle Iroh. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love Uncle Iroh. I saw Spirited Away won an Oscar, and the clip seemed really weird, but I watched it and was completely blown away. That and Howl's Moving Castle. Oh my gosh, I love Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, it was so good. Kiki's Delivery Service has a special place in my heart too. I love Kiki. Your English accents are very good. I genuinely thought you were English, so the stream really... Oh, thank you. I've actually had some people say that. Yeah, no, I'm not English. But I'm glad that I fooled you, I guess. I really enjoy playing with accents. It's one of my favorite things. Leaves from the Vine. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. So freaking beautiful. I love it so much. Iroh for life. Iroh is the best. He is the best. Okay, this is now an Iroh appreciation stream. Once my cat stops clawing at my door. Hold on, I'm going to text my husband and have him come and get my cat. Totoro. Yeah, I didn't see that one until I was a little bit older, but I definitely understand that being nostalgic for people. Those movies like that you see when a child that stay with you, they're really, really special. Okay. Let me just text my husband really quick to come get the dumb cat. Okay, there we go. Mr. Sage Cat Collection Service. Don't say it like that. He's going to charge me. No, he wouldn't. Would you rather have a long elastic neck or have blue skin? Blue skin. I've done a blue skin character, actually. was kind of fun. My teenage son learned to play it on guitar. Oh my gosh. That's so precious. If you don't cry while listening to Leaves from the Vine, that means that a red demon has eaten your soul. Yes. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Hi, Goody. Thanks for stopping by. It's taken me 15 minutes to type hello. Hello, Sage. Hello, chat. Hello, Goody. Good to see you. Mr. Sage works at Animal Control. Well, our Animal Control. He came and got him. I heard him. So hopefully he will take care of him. Mookie. Okay, he's kind of a jerk sometimes, but he actually is a good cat. He has a lot to put up with because he used to be the only animal. And then we brought home a puppy. A very, very hyper puppy who started out way, way smaller than him and is now like 3 times his size in the course of, 9 months or so. So I don't think he's ever forgiven us for that. So right now we have like a doggy gate at the bottom of our stairs because we have like a downstairs and an upstairs. And the upstairs is Mookie's domain and the downstairs is Milo's, the dog's domain. But Mookie hates, and like sometimes he'll just sit on the stairs and just meow at me. I'm like, you don't want to come down here because the dog's going to want to play with you and jump on you. And you're going to hate it. But he gets cranky sometimes. He's a good cat though. He's very snuggly. He's also very large. Like a really, really just overly fat cat. For a long time we bought him like really special diet food that was like super, super expensive from the vet. But first of all, he hated us because we could only give him like a certain amount every day. And he would like just whine all day because he was hungry. But he also never lost any weight. So we stopped. I mean, we still buy him like the indoor formula that's supposed to be better so that it will like help with weight control. But he's still a fatty. Will we see more sea folk? Do you mean the captain, the blue person, or like the siren? Because maybe to both of them, actually. My cat is basically a hyper teenager. Likes to play rough and play bite a lot. Hard to type when your cat is trying to get your finger. Yeah, my cat, he doesn't play like at all. There was a little while, like a week in his life, where I bought a laser pointer and he would chase it. But then he was like, no, this is dumb. And I never get the thing. So like, what's the point? And that's it. Are any of your characters based on D&D or other TTRPG characters you've played in the past? No, but there have been, there's actually one character that I play in a D&D campaign now that's sort of inspired by one of my characters, my like channel characters, if that counts. The series in general is like D&D inspired, but I don't have like specific characters that kind of like crossed over originally. Hey, good day. Hey, Sheila. Thanks for stopping by. Good morning. Back in, up in Tomorrowland, Futureland. Swarte? I don't know how to say your name, but thank you. Hi, welcome. We've been using a brand called Tiki Cat that's been helping our cat Biscuit. She's a fatty, but slowly losing weight. Okay. Tiki Cat. I'll have to look that up. You should send that in the Discord so that I can remember. Because I'll probably forget by the time the stream is done. Have you used mud? Like in a video? No, I've never used mud before. Kitties are funny. Just put some stuff on a shelf that you secretly don't mind him knocking out. Yeah, seriously. Actually, we have like a little container. It's actually like one of those cereal pouring containers that we keep his food in. And he starts out in the morning biting my feet if I don't get up early enough to feed him. And then he will get up on the dresser where the food thing is, and he'll just like slowly push it and stare at me and push it until it falls, and then the lid pops off and it spills all over. You cat. Cash. I'm in the weekend already. Goodness. Tomorrowland. What's the longest I spent on making a prop? That's an excellent question. It was actually a prop that wasn't for Whisperwind, but I had to get it right because it was from a different fandom, which I think made it harder because I was scared that people would like say that it wasn't accurate. But last October I did a Ghostbusters video, and I actually made a replica of their proton pack, like the big backpack things that they have on their backs, and then I made a proton cannon, and I made a PKE meter, and a ghost trap, all of those things. And I like, there's like a whole wiki on like each of these different devices and exactly what they looked like and all the different parts to it. So like in my video, I'm like, you're doing your Ghostbuster initiation. And so I had to have everything right. And it took so long. Also, it took really long because I made it mostly out of like recyclable things, like old bottles and cups and things. And like, I think I spent like $5 on things from Dollar Tree to just kind of spruce it up a little bit, and then I spray painted it. But it took so long, and I was so scared that people were going to be like, that's not accurate. Like, well, it's cardboard and bottles, so obviously no. But I tried really hard on that one. And then I like made a bunch of the labels myself too. That one took a long time. And then, sadly enough, after I made that video, we ended up moving from our apartment. And the props didn't make it. They all got broken on the way. So I still have like pieces of them, but they are not fully whole anymore. So I spent all the time. It took me like 2.5 weeks working like at night to make those props for one like 30-minute video. And then they broke. It's kind of sad. Chris. Oh, good night, Chris. I'm sorry I missed that. We'll do. It's high protein with no fillers, which is why I think helps. Yeah, that's good. If you're going to do with the green screen, how would you do? I don't know. I would have to look it up. I'm not totally sure that I'm going to. I must now retired. Thank you for stopping by, Robert. It's nice to chat with you. Thanks for being here. That Ghostbusters video was so fun. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you liked it. Like I said, it was a lot of work and a lot of research, but it was fun. I love your hat, by the way. Thank you. Target. It was actually in like the dollar, like the little early dollar section at Target. I think it was like $5, and I bought it years ago, and it's still my favorite hat. I love it. It's the hat that I use for Luna, and also just Sage. I like it a lot. I love your attention to detail. I have to check it out. I also recycle and thrift a lot of my props. Hell yeah. That's the way to go. I love that. Most of my props are thrifted and like maybe remade, and then will we see the wayward werewolf or the forest spirit again? We will definitely see the forest spirit again. And I think we will see the wayward werewolf again too. At least, I think eventually we're going to need to tell Rhea about the wayward werewolf. Because she's a wolf who's living totally on her own. So I feel like Rhea would care about that. I would want to like go and help her, or at least like meet her or something. So we'll have to. We'll maybe have to see her again. Poor props. It was a little bit heartbreaking, but that's okay. I don't know that I would ever make... I guess I could make another video for October again, but it was fun. I missed the cameo of Mr. Saint. Oh, thank you. We are super, super different. Like, super different. We have a few things that we both enjoy, but for the most part, like... I'm a nerd and a psycho, and he's like a really athletic jock. And somehow like it works. No, he's a good man. But thank you. Def love to see the forest spirit again someday. Yes, the forest spirit is very important. We will see her again. Yes, I love Lord of the Rings. Some of my first fantasy love, I suppose. Hi, Misty. Good to see you. You're so thrifty. Thank you. Well, some of the thriftiness just came out of necessity because I wasn't like, I don't know, I still don't make like a lot of money for my channel. I make enough that like it pays for itself, but it's not like what I would consider like a job yet. Like I'm not making enough for it to be like a full-time thing. So I try to like not spend a lot of money, but I also like making very specific things. So some of it is just like, if I want this, I'm going to have to figure out how to make it. So I figure out how to make it. Do you have a recipe for elderflower ale? I could find one, actually. It is based off of an actual ale. I went to a little brewery with one of my friends back when I lived in Minneapolis. He was what I would consider kind of a beer connoisseur, and he knew all of these like really like smaller but like local breweries that made like really, really good ales and like very specific flavors. And I'm not a huge beer drinker. Like, I normally would prefer something, you know, floral that almost counts as alcohol or like I don't know, other things. But he was like, okay, well, let me just kind of pick something and you see if you like it. And he ordered an elderflower ale for me, and it is a very like strong floral flavor, but it was really, really good. And I was like, that is so interesting. So that's where the elderflower ale came from. Oh, good night, Wolfie. Sorry if I missed you. I'm a little bit behind in chat, but thank you for stopping by. Good night. Have a good night. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Breaking even is no small matter. No, it's not. I'm really thankful that I'm able to break even. I gotta take off. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. That's the dream, having the channel pay for itself. Yeah, that is the dream. If anyone helps you, you can order things from her Amazon wishlist. Oh, thanks for mentioning it. Yeah, I do have my wishlist in the comments. I mean, it's never like an obligation. I appreciate you watching and being here and commenting and liking, and all of those things are amazing and don't cost you anything. But if you want to, there are some options. And of course, everything that's on my wish list, like, it goes to the channel. It helps with the channel, so I appreciate it. Bye and happy birthday. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll check out Miraculous again. I'll have to see where I can watch it. It's on Disney Plus, I think someone said. There's the Penelope the goat is actually a Calamus' spy to check on the hollow. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. That would be absolutely hilarious. Dang. That would be quite the plot twist. I actually had someone suggest that I rent a goat and do an ASMR video with a goat, and there are actually services where you can rent a goat. Yeah. Most of them are like, they rent you a couple goats to like graze on like a field, or like if you have a lot of vegetation in your lawn that you don't want, things like that. So I don't know how much, if I just contacted them and I was like, I want to film your goat. Can I have one goat for a day? They would be like, why? Maybe someday. You got anything on your Amazon wishlist currently, Sage? For no reason at all. Where would I find the wishlist? Oh, thank you for sharing, Lauren. Yeah, there's a big variety of stuff on there. There's some fun prop things. There's some new costume and like character piece things. A little bit of equipment. But yeah, just some fun stuff. I've got to go as well. Thank you. Well, thanks for coming, Amy. I'm glad that you were able to stop by. Talk soon. It is her birthday after all. I mean, I guess. Again, you guys just being here and hanging out with me is really, really sweet. And I love that. So, you guys are a great birthday present. Probably get some shut-eye. Absolutely. Well, thanks for hanging out, Elan. Other than Farron, what character is suspicious of the Traveler? Ooh, good question. I think Clea is becoming more and more suspicious, especially like we've talked so closely with her about the journal specifically. And right before we left Nap, when we asked her for Penham's ring, and she was like, I don't want to give this to you, but I know that you wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. So she knows that there is something serious going on. And I don't know that she's specifically like wary. Like Farron is more like suspicious, and Clea is maybe more concerned would be the word. But she knows that you're more than who you say you are, I guess. Hi, Emma Rose. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I've been nodding off and waking myself back up for like a half hour. No worries, Julie. Thanks for being here. I love you. Thank you. Well, thank you for stopping by, Amanda. Nice to see you. I'll have to check out that video on Twitter that you posted. I haven't seen it yet, but obviously I've been streaming, but I'll watch it. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye, Misty. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. It's all these fluffy mic sounds. I guess so. I do really like fluffy mic with chatting. It's a fun trigger. I think some of the first like live Twitch streams that I saw was most of what they did was just like chatting and fluffy mic, and I was like, this is perfect. You don't have to add anything else. I love it just like this. It's just cozy and relaxing. What time is it over there? It's 1 p.m. It is 11:12 p.m. on Friday. So I'm not sure what is it Sunday for you? I think it must be Sunday for you. Time zones, man. It's crazy. You're literally like living in the future. Oh, thank you, Emma Rose. Yes, it's my birthday today. Fluffiness, I know. Fluff. Have to go. Okay, well, thanks for coming, Greg. Nice to chat with you. Sunday, 4 a.m. for me. Goodness. Time zones, man. It's weird. Happy time zone to everybody. Time zone. Saturday, actually. It's still the future. Yes, it is still the future. Weird. Rowan, don't call me out like this. I took some nights off of filming. I didn't film for a couple nights. But I didn't really take time off. I like working on the channel. It's fun. Like, it is work, but it's also fun. And it's like, I got to spend some time doing some like more behind the surface things and like working on some stuff for the future that's a little more complex. It was like, it was nice to not have like, I don't know, it was a little less pressure filled because the videos that I posted this last week were customs that like I'd already made. So I took it easier than normal. No, I didn't actually take time off. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm bad. 5 a.m. here. Goodness, thanks for being here, guys. I know, time zones are crazy. Like, it just is strange to me. Glad you got a little bit of rest. I did. No, I did. I got some rest. And then one night I was gonna go to bed early and I started watching a TV show and I was up until 2 a.m. anyway. And I was like, why do I do this to myself? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb, you guys. But it's okay. It's Sunday. Wait, what? Now I'm just thoroughly confused of what day it is. What day is it? I don't know. What year is it? Who knows? Feels like it's still 2020, honestly. It's just like a different kind of crazy. Not quite as bad as 2020, but still just weird. I meant Saturday. But it's 4 a.m. You're not stupid. You're not dumb, you're passionate. Thank you. I am. My channel is like, as much as it is work, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of effort. But it's also like my creative outlet, and it's how I relax, and it's how I like help my mind focus on something. It's just as much like fun and almost therapeutic for me as it is for you guys. So I enjoy it. People in Europe live in the future. They do. So do people in Australia. That makes sense. We're so sleep deprived this week. We skipped a whole day. I mean, fair. Yeah. Raya journeys with the travel in search of the wayward werewolf. That would be fun. I've thought about having like someone from Whisperwind travel with the traveler, but that just means that's a lot of extra filming. You know, I would have to like plan ahead a lot and like have them have like a few lines or some cameos or scenes to like kind of split into other scenes. It would be fun. It would definitely be fun. it would just be a lot of work. So I would have to like plan ahead a lot and really try to be as efficient as possible when I film. Yeah, and editing that would be a bear too, but it's possible. It would be a lot of fun. If it was like The Wayward Werewolf and it was just a couple episodes, that would maybe be easier to handle than if it was like a whole series. I really hope to see your channel grow. You have amazing quality content. Well, thank you. Thank you, Katrina. That's very nice. I'm still down to edit a scene for you, Sage. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, see, I have like, I'm such a space cadet that if something like that happens and I don't get back to you, like, go ahead and poke me in DMs. I'd be like, hey, you were going to send me a thing, or I was going to do a thing. Yeah, girl. I will hit you up, or you should probably hit me up, because I'm going to forget again. Maybe possibility for like a 2-partner series. A 2-parter. Sorry, I know how to read. A 2-parter series. Yeah, that's possible. Like, that sounds more doable than doing like, you know, like if it was Tivermac, that's 21 episodes. That would be a lot of work. Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed just thinking about that. But if it was like, you know, 2 or maybe 3 videos and it was kind of a smaller story, that I could, that feels more doable. Up to bed. Well, thanks for coming, Tapist. It's nice to chat with you. And again, great job on Matt's video today. You were great in that collab. If they ever do a live action Mara Jade, you should definitely be in the running. Oh, thank you so much, Timothy. I loved working on that video. It was so fun. Mara Jade is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. And it's sad that she's never, like, been in one of the movies or anything. But she's really great. I love her. I love her story. I'm frazzled braid too. Okay, yeah, hit me up. I mean, whenever you think about it, like, no pressure. I always have, like, magic-y things that I can work in. Or things that, yeah, you know, like things that I can plan ahead for to do. So, absolutely. Maybe one of my next, the Shopkeepers of Namasera series. I have, that's like, happens in Namasera with all the elves. That would be fun. We'll chat. You did great work with her. Thank you. That was so fun. It turned out way longer than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's like a full hour with multiple scenes. But it was super fun. It was super duper fun. She has such an interesting story. Like, she literally does it all. Like, she starts out as, like, working for the Empire, and then she's a smuggler, and then she is a Jedi, and then she's Luke's wife. Like, she's so cool. She's so cool. I love her. She's such a badass. I love her. In fact, I think I've had a few people ask for, like, more videos of, like, the evil Mara, where she's working for the Empire, where she, like, force chokes you and interrogates you and things like that. Maybe I'll have to do another one of those someday. I have the costume. It's not a hard look to put together. It's more just the story for that one that takes a little bit of time to make sure that it's accurate. Because that's the one thing about making Star Wars videos, is that it's a little bit intimidating because the fandom is so intense. Like, if you get something wrong, they will let you know it. They will let you know it very, very hard. So it's just like, for that video, I researched for like a month. Literally a month before I decided like what I was going to do and exactly what I was going to say and where in the story each of the different scenes were happening and everything. Like, I needed to they attack. They do. They very much do. They're intense. That's how I feel writing Disney stuff. Yeah, I feel that too. That's another, like, if you get something wrong, they won't let you know. That is the one nice thing about creating my own world. Although, if I got like a detail wrong, they would probably be like fans who would say like, I don't think that's right. There have been a few times where I've had to like justify things. And I'm like, well, this is the way that it is, but this person doesn't know it. So like, they're operating under what they view the world as, or what they view this topic as, or whatever. So it's definitely, there's so much lore. But yeah, Star Wars, there's also so much lore. And there's there's so much different stuff, and there's like, I mean, obviously, like, there's the original trilogy, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff before it, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff after it. But then they did, like, the Clone Wars TV show, where they, like, just wrote over a lot of the things from the original comics from before then. And so now it's like, okay, which one is actually canon? Like, which one are you actually following? Like, the whole Darth Maul's origin story is totally different from, like, the TV show as it is from, like, the original writing. It's like, okay, well, now which one do we follow? I don't know. And then the stuff, like, after the series, too, you know, you have the, like, sequel trilogy that was made into a movie, and then you have all the stuff, like, the whole Thrawn trilogy is so good and so cool, and they were just like, no, we're gonna do something totally different. It's fine, I'm not salty. But, so there's so much lore, like, you know, even somebody, like, I would consider myself a Star Wars fan, and I do the research, and I do know a lot about it, but I very much don't know everything, and I would never ever pretend to know everything, because golly gee, there's a lot. At least in Whisperwind, you're never wrong. Well, if I am, I can talk my way out of it. No, I try to keep really good notes so that I don't do anything that would contradict my own lore. That would be embarrassing. You mentioned your love of Avatar: The Last Airbender earlier. Yes. Any idea what element you would use if you were in the show? If I could choose one, probably air. But I think personality-wise, I'm more water, I think. Well, maybe a mix of air and water. I don't know, both of those. I love the freedom of the air nomads and their, like, sort of like transcendence and peace and those kinds of things. But I'm definitely more like kind of go with the flow. And I think what I love about the water tribe is that, like, they're very, like, they're adaptable, but also water and, like, the ocean can be super intense and, like, I mean, you have hurricanes, you have all these, like, intense storms that happen at sea. So, like, the sea is, on the one hand, it can be, like, beautiful and flowing and gentle, and on the other hand, it can be so powerful and terrifying. And I love that. I love that about it. So I would probably be water. So now during anime, I woke up to Star Wars. Oh yeah, it's all nerdy here, regardless of what the type of nerdy is. It's all nerdy. Hi Dan, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our birthday stream that has now turned into a ASMR fluffy mic and chatting stream. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. We are, I guess, talking about Star Wars now, or Avatar now. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff. We were talking about Whisperwind for a while. We were talking about anime for a while. My husband made a cameo. He was here for a little bit. He's a dork. A good dork. The good kind of dork. It is a masterpiece. Okay, I don't want to, like, I could talk about this forever, but Avatar is one of my absolute favorite examples of really, really beautiful, cohesive, well thought out world building. Like, the way that each of the 4 different elements and, like, the 4 different nations were created, and, like, the fact that each of their different fighting styles is, like, based on a different style of martial arts that kind of, like, coincides with their element, and, like, just how they're all designed, everything is just, it's so beautiful. And, like, the magic system, because I'm bending, I mean, they don't necessarily call it magic, but it's you know, the magic system of the world, like how it was created and how it's, like, very compartmentalized. But then also you have the spirit world, which is like a super soft magic system, but it works because it's not used as, like, a plot device where it's just like nobody knows what's going on, or if, like, nobody knows what's going on, then, like, literally nobody knows what's going on, and so it works. Oh my gosh, I love it. I could talk about Avatar for forever because I love the amount of work and the depth that went into creating the world. I love it so much. That was one of those shows that, like, you can tell that the creators just loved it. It was such a passion project. And even, like, in the beginning, when the storytelling and the script writing was, like, it was okay, but there were times where it was, like, a little bit awkward and a little bit clunky, and you're like, and then you get, like, as they grow, as they learn more about creating, as they're creating, you get to see more of the cohesion, more of the depth. And then like, if you watch like the first episode of season 1, and then you watch the first episode of season 3, it's a huge difference. Like the first episode of season 1, like it sets up the world. It is a little bit clunky though. But then the first episode of season 3 is just, it's this masterpiece. The pacing of it, the parallels, the music, the depth. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good, you guys. I love that show. We begged him for a cameo in Whisperwind. Yes, someday. You guys keep commenting. Just be like, Mr. Sage, we need you. Both Trolls and the Legend of Korra. Yeah. Happy birthday, Sage. Oh, hi. Hi, Caroline. Thanks for stopping by. Have you considered doing some Avatar videos in the way you did a Star Wars video? Possibly. I've actually had some people say that they want me to do a Katara video, but Katara has really beautiful dark skin and I don't want to like step on that, you know. But there are some other characters that I would do, or maybe do like an original character from the series or something. But I love Avatar, so I would consider doing it. The music's, the characters, the arcs. I know. There's this one moment, or like a transition in the first episode of season 3, because season 3, okay, spoilers, I guess. Aang was attacked at the end of season 2, and then he has this moment where he's really angry about everything and like just feeling really shameful, and he says like, I need to regain my honor. And when he says that, it only shows half of his face and he's like very serious, and then the very next scene is like it transitions to Zuko and you see the other half of his face because he's like the one that's constantly talking about honor, and so now you see like how it's flipped. Oh my gosh, the parallels is just so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I said I wasn't going to go into the whole thing. I still won't, but it was really good. Toph is so funny. I love Toph. I love Toph so much. Toph is one of my favorites too. I love Toph. I love Sokka. I love Uncle Iroh. Some people are like, Sokka's annoying, but I love Sokka. I love everything that he puts up with as a non-bender too. Like, he's an incredible character. I would be completely up to you listening to talk about Avatar for hours. Love that you're sharing your thoughts. Well, thank you. Yeah, I like this just kind of chit-chatting. This is fun. You know those Harry Potter sorting videos people do where they post like a different video for each house? That would be fun. Something like that for Avatar. Like, it could be like, you know, you just found out that you're a bender, or like you're just starting kind of your training as a bender, and like their different philosophies. That would be cool. Okay, you know what? That one's going in the vault. I just started watching Avatar. Oh yes, Avatar is so good. It's like almost 15 years old by now, and that sounds so old. Like, it makes me feel so old, but it's really good. It's still one of my favorite shows. I'm missing some of the chat. Love your passion, Sage. I might need to check Avatar out. Yes, you should check it out, Sheila. It's really good. It's a really good story. It's well developed characters, and like I said, like the writing at the beginning starts out a little bit clunky because like it's two guys who were the creators, and they were like working in Nickelodeon on other shows, and they were kind of working on Avatar like as their pet project. So you can tell that like the passion is there, but it's a little bit clunky. But you get to see them learn and grow and develop as creators as they're making it, which is so much fun. I mean, that's one of the cool things about like also watching YouTube channels, is that you see people learning and growing and developing their skills as their channel is growing. It's kind of like what their show did. But yeah, it's really good. It's always interesting to me to compare stories with magic systems that have set rules to those where the magic does whatever the story needs to do because of plot. Yes, both can be done well. Sometimes the stories where magic does whatever the story needs it, like, it feels a little bit like it's kind of a blanket over like the writer didn't know what to do with the story, so they're like, magic fixed it, and you're like, okay. It can be done well. It very much can be, but I think that's a little bit more of a challenge as far as writing to like make it believable, I guess. Like when you have a magic system and there are very clear limits, very clear like, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do, it's harder to fall back on that, and that's actually like better as a writer. But it can be done well. Congrats on getting 7K subs. It's insane you don't have 100 times more. Oh, thank you. The creativity you put in your channel blows me away. Thank you, Danielle. You are so, so sweet. Your comments are always so kind. Thank you very much. Thank you for answering my questions. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, have a good night. Peace and blessings to you as well. The only thing more evil than the Fire Nation is the live action movie no one wants to acknowledge or remember. Oh my gosh. Blah. The live action movie. We don't talk about the live action movie here. It doesn't exist. Water Nation. Yeah, the Water Tribe is cool. Hi, JL. Thank you. The final Agni Kai is one of the... Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. That's another thing in the like finale where you have the Agni Kai, and then you also have like it crosses between like Agni Kai and then Aang fighting the Phoenix King, and it's like the music for that one is super, super intense and like really gets you going. And then the Agni Kai music is like, it's so dramatic, it's almost sad and tragic because you see, okay, I don't want to give too much away for people who are watching it, but you see the character who's losing, you see them really devolve into this just like really, really sad and awful version of themselves, and you know that like it's because of all of these horrible things in their life. Oh my gosh, but it's such a beautiful juxtaposition. Oh, it's amazing. That's such a good moment. Such a good moment. Yeah, it is one of the most beautiful animation scenes. For sure. Thank you, Sheila. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you got to stop by for a little bit. Just all the shots of Zulu and Iroh. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. I love Zuko's story. Like all of it, but especially with Uncle Iroh. I love Uncle Iroh so much. I cosplayed as Azula and my son cosplayed as Zuko. Oh my gosh. That would be so cool. I love that. I, like, my kids, we do like a group Halloween costume every year, like our whole family. We've done Harry Potter. We did Pokemon. We did Scooby-Doo. So maybe we'll have to do, I really want them to watch Avatar, but I also like, I'm kind of debating between if I want them to watch it now or if I want them to wait until they're a little bit older so they can fully appreciate it. I don't know, but that would be fun. That would be fun to do sometime. The Avatar, and he did, but no. Yeah, absolutely, Professor. You're way out of a bind. Yeah, pretty much. Not many shows can have philosophy, mostly Eastern philosophy, and action at the same time without being over the top or preachy. Yeah, that's super true, Timothy. They did a really good job of making it all, like, flow together. And philosophy is just, it's not like, we're going to have a talk about philosophy now. It's just, it's talking about life. And the way that they sort of integrate it is really beautiful. Yeah, no worries, Ray. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. It's not really magic, but my go-to example for good, it works because plot writing is Tennant era Doctor Who. Oh my gosh. I love David Tennant as Doctor Who. He's my favorite Doctor by far. I love him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a lot of good plot things in that one, isn't there? And like everything kind of connects at the end in a way that just like blows your mind, and it's great. I need to watch Avatar all over again. I know, right? I'm so glad that it's back on Netflix. I'm so, so glad. That was like back when we first got Netflix and you had to like get a lot of things sent to you in DVDs in the mail. That was like one of the first shows that I watched, but I wanted to watch it all the time, but you had to like wait for the DVDs to come, and I was like, I'm glad that it's on Netflix now for everybody to watch. Iroh is my role model. That is a good role model. Iroh should be everybody's role model. Iroh is amazing. Azula, she's one of my favorite villains. She is such a good villain. Oh my gosh. Her arc was so good that I kept going through all the comments to see where that ended. Her arc is so good. Like, she has such a good rise and then fall. And it's so, like I said, tragic, but just so good. Like, you really, really get to understand her, I guess. I love villains where you get to like get into their head, and it's like, okay, you're not just like a bad guy because you're a bad guy. Like, look at all of these things that have happened and why you think and feel the way that you do. And oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. She's such a good villain. That's just, oh my gosh, that's such a good show. I need to go watch it again. Also, that show has one of the most fun, most hilarious examples of like a filler episode of any show ever. Like there aren't a whole lot of episodes that like don't necessarily matter to like the overarching plot. But the episode like right before the finale, it's a filler episode, but it's also kind of that classic like anime style recap episode. But the episode with the Ember Island players, where they go and they see that horribly made play about all of them, and it's just like such a caricaturized version of the story, and it's like on the one hand super hilarious with like a bunch of new jokes, but also kind of like making fun of themselves. Like the writers are making fun of themselves. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I love that episode so much. And yet like it serves a purpose because it is that kind of recap of the whole story before you get to the finale, and it gives the audience a chance to like stop and take a breath before you plunge into like the 3-part finale, you know? Oh my gosh, I love the Ember Island players episode. It's just genius. It is. It's so good. It's the Great Divide. Let's keep flying. I know. It's so funny. Or like, did Jet just die? You know, it was really unclear. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. It's so funny, you guys. And Toph, hilarious, where she's like, oh, that's just an accurate representation. And then her character is like this buff guy who like screams. And everyone in the audience is like, and she's like, oh my, so funny, so funny. I die every time. I die every time. Oh yeah, totally. Like it's really actually common for anime, like before they get to a big finale of like a really long arc, to have a recap episode. And usually the recap episode is just like, I'm going to narrate what's happened in the story, and you're going to see like clips from different things that are important, and then it'll end with like, what will happen next? And like that's the recap episode. So it's not even really like, you don't get anything new. But the Ember Island players was like such a creative take on that. And you also get like a few different like, let's get to know these characters a little bit more scenes in the middle of that, like in the intermissions and stuff, which is super fun. Oh, hi, Emmy. Welcome back. There it is. I love that. I love all of Toph's blind jokes. It's so funny. She's such a good character. Oh, hi, Jacob. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Your scar is on the wrong side. I know. It's so funny. So funny. I love that episode. And I love how, like, absolutely wrong it is. But also, like, how funny it is. Sleepy Emmy. Yes, sleepy sleep. It is sleepy time. Yeah, that's a good line. Okay, I've been talking a lot. I'm gonna take another drink. The rosé. Well, I'm glad you're finding it relaxing, Rowan. I love talking about Avatar. I love talking about nerdy things in general, so, you know. And I like videos of ASMR that I like just chatting, especially when it's like somebody chatting about things that they really care about. It's fun. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Emmy. With a super strong old character like Pelman. Yes, absolutely. I love old Toph. She's so great. Would you do an Avatar ASMR video? Possibly. I was just talking about that. Someone else asked that a little bit earlier. I would definitely consider it. It's one of my favorite pieces of media, I suppose. So I feel like eventually I'll have to do it. But I really, like, if I'm going to do it, I would want to do it justice. Possibly even, like, buy a cosplay so that it's, like, really accurate. Or, like, spend a decent amount of time making it. It's like I make a lot of costumes for my channel, and like I know how to sew, but it just takes so long, and it does actually cost a decent amount once you buy fabric and patterns and trim and buttons and thread and snaps and all those kinds of things. Like, it really adds up. It's sometimes honestly cheaper to just buy things, as fun as it is to get to like make costumes. Is that a poster of stones? Oh, in the back. Yeah, it's crystals. It's all different kinds of crystals. Yeah, I got that. It's actually in French, so I've had to like, some of them I know, but some of them I've had to translate to see what they are. I got that poster actually in a little gift shop in New Orleans, in the French Quarter. What kind of character would you do if you did do an avatar video? I was thinking about that. Cause like I love Katara, but she has beautiful dark skin and I wouldn't want to step on that. So I would maybe do like some OCs or maybe like an Azula cosplay. Azula would be really fun. Or I love Ty Lee and I love May. Like all three of those girls are so interesting. So I could do some of those. Prince Ember Zuko has a scar on the right eye and Lee the tea shopkeeper has a scar on the left. Exactly, Professor, exactly. I think the OC from ATLA would be cool. Like one of the past avatars talking to the new avatar who hasn't. Ooh. Okay. I like that idea. You could totally do Azula. Well, thank you, Chris. And my only hesitation with Azula, as much as I love her and as fun as that would be, is that GB has done Azula. And I wouldn't want to get comments of people like, oh, you're just copying GB. Not that, like, I would be, because I would do something very different. But you do kind of run the risk of that every once in a while. GB's Azula is really good. Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that you would like to see my version. See, that's the thing. Like, even if you do a character that another ASM artist has done, like, everybody brings their own life to things. So, you know, that would be fun. Could you do petting Fluffy Mike video one day? Yeah, I maybe could. I did a video a little while ago where I talked about the Princess Bride movie trivia, and I did Fluffy Mike during that. So if you like Fluffy Mike and chatting, that would be a good video for you. It'd be funny to see Uncle Iroh in the astral plane go to Dagobah just to have a bunch of tea with Yoda and Luke and chat about their adventures. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yes. Unfortunately, there are people on YouTube who can be mean in comments who wouldn't see it that way. But I do appreciate that. Thank you. Like, it would be fun to do Azula someday. She's an amazing character. I think I might do, if I was going to do one of the three girls, it would be fun to do Ty Lee. She could, like, teach you about chi and that kind of stuff. That would be fun. Okay, that would be fun. I thought you meant Avatar, as in the Avatar blue creatures. Oh. And we're talking about The Last Airbender, the show. Although the Avatar blue creatures, they have a very beautiful design as well. I would love to see more superhero videos from ASM artists in general. Superhero videos are fun. I have a wig that works for the Black Widow, so maybe around the time when that movie comes out, maybe I'll do a Black Widow cosplay. That would be fun. Comment sections are evil. Unfortunately, they can be. Yeah. There are so many people who are so nice. But every once in a while you get, well, not every once in a while, you get people who are also really mean, which is sad. The Jedi could sure use some Uncle Iroh wisdom. That would have saved a lot of the bad stuff that happened in the plot if the Jedi were more like Uncle Iroh. Unfortunately, there are people. Yeah. I've worked in retail for forever and service for forever. Yes, that unfortunately there are people. Princess Bride trivia and Fluffy Mike. Yeah, I did that video 2 months ago, something like that. But I mean, it says Princess Bride trivia in it. So. Coming Escape has many superhero videos. Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite Korra character? I like Asami. Asami's cool. I could do an Asami cosplay. I like her arc, how she kind of starts out as like, you don't think that she's going to be that important, and then she becomes like super badass. She's pretty cool. It's coming out soon, July 7th. Oh my gosh, that's right. I thought that one was later. I got my Marvel movies mixed. There's so many Marvel movies. I got my dates mixed up. I thought that one was more in the fall. Well, maybe I'll do Black Widow soon. I think superhero ASMR, I think she's done a good amount of superhero, and she always talks about Spider-Man. I still don't watch Princess Bride. It's on my list. Oh, it's a classic. It's just one of those like really wholesome movies. It's one of my top like comfort movies when I just have like a really awful day or I just need to turn on something and just like chill. Yeah, it's one of my favorites and has so many like funny parts and good lines in it too. It's a good one. Just appreciate how I'm too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna sleep today. Yeah, girl. Those are fun ones. There's a lot of fun movie trivia in that one too. Like as I was researching for that video, I learned a lot about like some behind the scenes stuff. It was fun. Biggest hype for Phase 5 in MCU. I mean, I am really looking forward to Black Widow. I've wanted that movie for a long time, so I'm glad that they're finally doing that. I hope that it's good. And, yeah, that's probably the top. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Okay, back forever and ever ago, High School Sage used to be a photographer's assistant. And so there was like my junior and senior years of high school, I spent almost every weekend going to weddings with this photographer, and I would, you know, help carry things around, and sometimes I'd like have the secondary camera and be like getting cameo shots and things like that. And there was one of the weddings that we went to where both of the bride and groom were like total nerds, and they really loved that movie. And it wasn't actually like Princess Bride themed, but one of the groomsmen actually tried to pay the priest to say that when the ceremony started. Just starting out, marriage. He didn't do it, which was actually like to many people's disappointment. But gosh, that would have been funny. I'm more interested in what's coming from DC than Marvel right now. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff in DC. Oh, hey, Animated. Thank you. Thank you so much. As you wish. Yes. As you wish. That line. It says in that video, actually, Emmy, but I think that line was said like 6 times. And then the line inconceivable was like 7 times. And then the whole like, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. It was like 5 times, I think. It says so in the video. I might be getting those numbers mixed up. Now I see how you feel like Rhea is most like the real you, because you're reminding me of Rhea now. Oh, thanks. Rhea is great. Rhea is like the mothery, just like, let's hang out together and chill together side of me. Thank you, Daniel. That's sweet. All of the characters are a piece of me. They're all just kind of different, like, emphases of my personality. I wouldn't say like different sides of my personality, because they all kind of have, you know, like they're all technically me, but like Luna is more the like curious one. Farron is more the like, I'm not putting up with this garbage one. Rhea is more than just like, hi, how you go? Like, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah. Did I tell you I'm going to go to college for food photography? No, that's exciting. Oh my gosh, fun. One of my friends had her uncle officiate her marriage, and she had him say the marriage. Oh, that's awesome. That is so funny. Which part of your personality is the goblin? Calling me out like this, Jacob. I mean, I'm a little bit like, I can be a little bit crusty sometimes, not gonna lie. I actually really like the goblin core aesthetic, so, you know, like there's a little part of me in there too. Isabel and Nob are my 2 faves. Isabel's cool. I like Isabel. Actually, she's maybe one that like, I don't think I'm cool enough to have part of me in Isabel. Actually, never mind. Isabel is, she's a genius, but she's also kind of scatterbrained and very messy. And like, there are a few different videos where she's like, where's my screwdriver? Where's this? What was I doing? I don't remember. Those kinds of things. That's definitely Sage. The sword duel from Princess Bride is what happens when 2 Hufflepuffs fight. Oh my gosh. that scene, actually, I just looked this up for that trivia video, but it was referred to, like, as they were working on it, it was called the chatty duel, because it's almost more about their talking than it is about the actual fighting. But that is super funny. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill you either, but we have to fight, so cheerio. It would be funny if it turned... I'm so sorry, guys, I bumped my thing. It would be funny if it turns out the entirety of Robin Hood Men in Tights was a fantasy that Wesley daydreamed of, because it would make too much sense. Oh my gosh. Rowan, I specifically made that video for you, honestly. Like, not gonna lie. I know that you like those, like, the metally sounds and, like, the clicky, ratchety sounds, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. And it was kind of just for you. I'm glad that you liked it. The gremlin was really cool. Oh, I'm glad that you like the gremlin. She was funny. She's like the more wholesome version of Knob. Like, Knob is a little questionable where her alignment is. And Grinelda was just like, hello, can I draw your picture? Just dunking on Hufflepuff. No. Hufflepuffs are amazing. The world needs more Hufflepuffs. I am not a Hufflepuff. I am equal parts a Ravenclaw and a Slytherin. But my best friend is a Hufflepuff. Actually, in real life friends, I have like 4 really, really close friends. 3 of the 4 of them are Hufflepuffs, and I love them all. And I would fight for them. I would. That's where my Slytherin comes in. Is like, I'm super ridiculously loyal to my friends, and if somebody hurts them, I'm like, come at me, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to fight. Like, you would probably beat me up, but I'm gonna be angry about it. That's me. Anyway, I love Hufflepuffs. I love Hufflepuffs. They're wonderful. You're wholesome and you're my favorite. I love you, Rowan. What happened to the vampires in Eshon? They are still there. Living their life. They got rid of the one rogue vampire that was like the whole point of the series, was that there was like, you know, the person going around and killing people. They are still very much thriving. And we will have to get back to that eventually, because there are still noble vampires running Eshon right now, the Baron itself. The City Guard Inspects is still your most popular video. That thumbnail pulls people. That was, okay, the City Guard video. I filmed that and I was like, okay, that was another one of those, like, okay, I need a video that kind of like differentiates between being in like the outer rings of the city and the inner ring. Like, I need something that is going to, like, you know, kind of show the difference, the juxtaposition between the two of them. And I filmed that video and I was like, this is garbage. And I almost didn't post it because I almost didn't like it. And yeah, it is my most popular video. I actually still get people commenting on other videos and they're like, when is the City Guard coming back? Like, they're in Eshon. Like, I don't know, maybe someday. But yeah, that is my most popular video, which is just strange. Will we ever see Rhea as a werewolf? What a fascinating question. Maybe someday. I mean, we've seen her like kind of in the aftermath of being a werewolf. I don't know, actually. We are going to have a series. Okay, I don't want to give too much away, but we're definitely going to have a series where we go a little more in depth into werewolves. So maybe sometime after that we might. Ravenclaw crew. Yeah. Hi, Lasagna Demon. You have one of my favorite names. Lasagna Demon. I love it. It makes me giggle every time. Hashtag Ravenclaws. It's okay, Boxu. I'm partially Ravenclaw and partially Slytherin. So I got you. City Guard took my broomstick. I think that the guard inspection video might have been the first of your videos that I saw. Really, Dan? Interesting. Well, then I'm glad that I made it, because if that was what drew you in, then I'm glad you're here. No, I mean, it has some good ASMR elements in it. It was a video that I thought was not going to do very well, and then it ended up, it's my most popular video. I should make a new one and just have the new City Guard be a twin of the original. Maybe she's like super nice, or maybe she's even more mean and she's like, oh, you mean my twin sister? Like, she's a pushover. That would be funny. Rhea as a werewolf, just sage dubbing over stock footage of a puppy. I'll just go like put my dog Milo out in the woods. Be like, okay, run around, boy. I have the weirdest ASMR triggers. People trying to sell me something is super relaxing to me, so I watch your crystal shop bit a lot to find out. Oh, I'm glad you like that one. That's actually, I like that one too, especially when it's like things that are a little kind of off the beaten track, which is kind of why I created Zot, the goofy gnome peddler, the traveling peddler who comes. We're going to go into a series on werewolves. Snape. Page 394. Yes. Yes, maybe it'll be my 394th video. No, that's a long ways from now. It'll be before then. How do you get your backgrounds and setups so perfect? Oh, thank you. It takes a lot of time. The setups, like the physical setup, actually you can see over here I have my my Hiiii's cottage still set up because it takes a long time to set up. It's kind of just like being nitpicky about those kinds of setups and trying to like get things to balance and have like a balance of like big items and small items and tall items and short items and things like that, so that it's like it looks appealing. And then like backgrounds like with green screen and that kind of stuff. Is that what you mean? That came a lot easier once I got like a really good editing software. Like I use the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, and before I got my better camera, like now I upgraded my camera last year, but before then my camera footage was just really grainy. I was using this crappy little camcorder where you like hardly got any depth to it, but it was a lot easier to green screen using Adobe After Effects. However, it's a really, really in-depth program that took like forever to render. It would take like an hour per minute of footage. So if I have a 30-minute video, it takes 30 hours. So that was a huge challenge. Now that I have this camera that's clearer, as long as I have the lighting decent, which that's a really important thing with green screen, is that you need to have like really even lighting behind you and different, like enough space between you and the green screen that you're not getting spillage on you very much. But with the better camera, now I can do it just in Premiere Pro and it's way faster. It may still take some time to export, but it's way, way, way faster. We'd love to see a Lord of the Rings Hobbit style video. Oh, thank you, Danielle. That would be fun. I love Lord of the Rings. I could do that. Is the traveler always looking for sleep potions spelled because of an elf, and elves don't sleep in D&D? That's a good point. It kind of started out just as like, what would somebody in an ASMR video ask for? Part of it, I think, it kind of started out like the traveler is away from home and they've never left Namasera before. They've never left the world of the elves, really. Like the elves live very like isolationism. So being in a human town and being somewhere where like they don't feel as connected to the magic of the land was like a hard adjustment for them to sleep. So I think that was part of it too. My headcanon is still that Zot is secretly the Lady Fate. She is not the Lady Fate, but she is very important. Like, she knows a lot more than you think that she does. Actually, okay, I don't want to get into this too much because it's exciting, but I have sort of a new dynamic to some of the like behind the surfacey things that are going to start happening. And Zot is going to be a major player. And it's kind of going to be like a pfft. So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. What is your favorite fictional universe besides your own? Gosh, I don't even know. I do really love Avatar. Like, especially like how the world was created. I went on a big old spiel on that. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I also really like just the practicality of magic in like Harry Potter. And I like that it's kind of the possibility of like, oh, it's the secret world within our own world. Like those kind of things are always fun. Also, oh my gosh, when I was younger, I loved the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. It was like, you know, the Greek gods of like ancient Greek mythology, they still exist, and they've kind of like changed with the times, and so they're just like sort of more modernized versions of themselves, but like they still have kids who are demigods who like still slay monsters and things, but there's just like this something called the mist, which kind of like disguises it from mortals so they can't see. Those books were really, really good. I loved those. So one of those. Just imagine if Doctor Strange showed up to Hogwarts and they ask what he's doing, protecting your facility. That would be funny. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. The great thing about Doctor Strange is that like he could literally show up anywhere and it would just be like, well, he's Doctor Strange. Like, what do you expect? Do your kids see you all dressed up for any of your characters? I'm wondering what is mommy doing. They don't necessarily see me like in full costume because I film when they're asleep because I love them very, very much. They are full of energy and loud all the time, so it's not very conducive to filming ASMR. So normally I film like starting maybe at like 11 o'clock, sometimes even later at night. So they don't necessarily see me like personally, but they often see me like in like when I'm editing or when I'm, you know, kind of like going through pictures or something, and I'll show them that, and they love it actually. Like at first they were like, whoa, that's weird, but now they're always like, mommy, did you play a character last night? What character were you? Can I see pictures of your character? It's so cute. I love it so much. I'm all in on Kingdom Hearts. It's such a wholesome world, and the Winnie the Pooh sections make me tear. Oh, precious Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's wonderful. Percy Jackson is still so good. Okay, I am really excited about the Disney Plus series for Percy Jackson. I really hope that they do a good job. As much as I love Logan Lerman, the movies were just really, really horribly done. So, oh my gosh, I really hope that the Disney Plus series is good. I loved those books. I loved them. I really hope that they do a good job. Children during the day, filming at night. So really my question is, are you getting enough sleep? Rowan, don't ask these things. Short answer, probably not. Like, it's just, probably not. That being said, this coming fall, my youngest is going to kindergarten. So both of my kids will be in school all day. So that's going to be a lot easier to be able to film during the day and to, like, be able to edit and get more work done. And then possibly if I need to, like, actually take a nap in the afternoon if I need to. So once we get to that point, once we get to the fall when school starts, things will be easier. Yeah, for now it's just kind of going through the motions and surviving. Well, okay, I don't film every night. I have 2 nights a week where I play D&D. One of them I stream live on Twitch, and the other one we record for a podcast. So that's 2 nights where I'm up late. And then I usually film either like 2 or 3 nights a week as well. Like I have 2 videos each week for my channel. And then I usually have another day that is either like trying to work ahead, or like I might need 2 days to film the same video if it's like an involved one. Or I do like my bonus videos for either Patreon or memberships or things like that. So that's 5 days a week. And then 1 day a week, I will stay up late editing because I can't get it done otherwise, especially with my kids home all day during the summer. But then 1 day a week, I go to sleep kind of early. I'm fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'm hoping beyond hope that the live action Avatar TLA show is good. We can hope, Matthew. We can hope. I had hope for it because they were bringing in the original creators. And then a little while, maybe it was a while ago now, they posted something that they were like parting ways because of something that was going on behind the scenes, which just kind of made me, like, my heart sank a little bit. I was like, oh no. There's still hope. There's still hope, but I don't know. I really like fictional universes that are set in our own prehistory or future. So Tolkien, of course, but also like Shannara series. Yeah. Also, oh my gosh, that made me think of another one of my like favorite kid shows. And this is a kid show that like you start watching it and you're like, oh, this is just a dumb, silly show. And then like it actually gets really philosophical and all these truth bombs happen and you realize that it's actually like a futuristic version of our world that was destroyed from like some sort of like a nuclear winter or something. Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time so much. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's actually the background for my computer. I have a picture of like the treehouse where Finn and Jake live, like with the sunset and like the mountains in the background or whatever. I love that show. It's like one of those shows that starts out and you're like, oh, this is just a dumb kid show. And then you start to see like, as they're walking around the world, there's like, oh, that's like a broken down skyscraper. Did I just see a tank? Is that a car? And then like you actually get into the story of it and you're like, this is amazing. And it's so like, everything is cohesive. And then all of a sudden, in like the third season, one of the characters is really struggling with something and another character just like gives them a piece of advice and it just like drops this truth bomb on you. And you're sitting on your couch and you're 23 and you don't know what you're doing with your life and you just start sobbing because of this kid show. And you're like, this is the best media ever made. Maybe not, but it's really good. Oh my gosh, I love Adventure Time. If you guys haven't watched Adventure Time, you need to watch Adventure Time. Anyway, sorry. Tangent. That's a nice moment for sanity when the youngest starts school. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Lauren. I really am. I mean, that sounds like I love my kids. I absolutely love my kids. But kids grow up and it'll be nice to be able to have some time to like work, like focused work. Filming vids by moonlight, parroting by daylight, never running from a real fight. She's the one who whispered. Okay, JL, you're now in charge of my theme song. Thank you very much. Thanks. Wait, you had a Twitch? I do have a Twitch. I stream the D&D campaign on somebody else's Twitch. So like we meet up on Discord and then he takes everybody's videos like in Streamlabs and then makes it and it's like on his Twitch. Now that being said, I might start streaming on Twitch soon. So if you want to follow me on there, it's Whisperwind ASMR again. But yeah, you're welcome to. I was about to suggest more sleep, but remembered I'm up at 5 a.m. here and don't have a leg to stand on. See? Sleep is hard. It's hard. How do you do everything and sleep? Adventure Time? Yeah. It's such a good show. Hi, Sage. Oh, hi, Chad. Nice to see you. Avatar and Korra so much. Also, Steven Universe. I have not seen Steven Universe, and I know that that is like an absolute crime. I know that I would love it. I just like it's really high on my list. I just recently, I don't know, I feel like I don't have the mental capacity to like get into a new show, but oh my gosh, I need to watch Steven Universe. I've heard such amazing things about it. I remember watching your video introducing your wigs. I know you said a few were cheap, but you could never tell in your videos. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Yeah, I learned some tricks over time of how to disguise not good looking wigs to make them look a little bit better by like adding accessories or like how you wear them, how you tuck your hair, how you angle the camera, those kinds of things. So I'm glad that you appreciate that. Maybe Whisperwind has a potion version of Z-Quill because that would help and your kids would probably brag, yeah, my mom is the ruling creator of Whisperwind, leaving their classmates speechless. Heyo. They already actually, my 6-year-old, like when you ask him what he wants to be when he grows up, he's like, I want to be a YouTuber like mommy. Like, okay, well, nobody tell him that I'm still kind of a small channel and I don't like actually make enough, but that's really, really, really sweet. I'd def sub to you on Twitch. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, like, this live stream has been really fun. I was actually really scared, but, you know, maybe streaming is not that far in the future. Steven Universe got heavy towards the end. It has a lot to say about trauma, especially the movie. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, he's the sweetest. He's literally like the sweetest kid in the entire world. Every single day when I like come and get out of bed, or like when they get out of bed and they come get me and then I like get dressed and go downstairs, every single day he's like, well, mommy, I love your outfit today. And I'm wearing like a t-shirt and leggings or something. Or he's like, I love how you did your hair today. I love your makeup, mommy. You look so beautiful. Every single day. Every single day. Without fail. He is the sweetest kid in the world. He has such a big heart. Like today was my birthday. And I think he told me like 50 times, happy birthday. And like gave me big ol' hugs. And it was just so sweet. He's the sweetest little boy. Oh, Lauren, Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe I will have to start streaming on Twitch. Your vibe is so comforting and welcoming. You give me a major fall autumn vibes. Oh, thank you. That's my favorite time of year too. I feel not having the energy or time to get into a new show. Never watch TV nowadays because I'm sacrificing something else I should be doing. Oh my gosh, yes, Blue Skies, yes. Or it's like I need to turn on something on TV so that I can like have it on in the background while I'm also doing something, while I'm working on a prop or while I'm doing something else that I need to be doing. And so I need it to just be like a show that it's okay if I miss a little bit of it or if I'm not like super like involved, which is actually why I watch a lot of like documentaries and things, because then I can just kind of absorb the information. But if I miss a little bit, it's okay. Yeah, totally. I feel that. Steven Universe. I will have to watch that one. It is on my list. Thank you, Gentle Rain. They're pretty. They're pretty amazing. I mean, I know every parent says that. Like, obviously, I'm a little bit biased. But my 6-year-old, he just finished kindergarten this year. And they all got, like, little awards from their teachers. And his little certificate said that he was Mr. Marvelous Manners. And I was like, hell yeah. That's my little boy who respects people. Hell yeah. Spinel is in the running for best gem. Just realized you have merch. I need to get my hubby on that. I want this in this. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Yeah, I launched that back in January, and then I'm terrible and keep forgetting to say things about it. But yes, I do have some merch. They're fun. Even now I'm listening to you and folding laundry. Hey, you know what? Like, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for that. It's okay if you just want to lurk and, like, not chat. That's totally fine. I appreciate you being here. But yes, absolutely. Multitasking. Can highly recommend the merch. Great quality, and the hoodie is so comfy. Oh, thank you, Rowan. I'm glad that it's good quality. I mean, you go through those, like, bigger companies, and you hope that they're good quality, but you never, like, totally know, so. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Look at you. You're so on it. Hell yeah. Yes, that is my merch. That's fun. Those were some fun designs to come up with. I still need to make like a The Cuff shirt, I think. One of these days. I'll put that on a shirt. Or maybe a Mortal Danger one for you, Rowan. Mortal Danger. Hell yeah. What's an adventure without a little bit of Mortal Danger? There's definitely going to be some Mortal Danger in our new series. Good golly. Good golly. Okay, I'm going to actually pour myself a little more. I've only had one glass because I've been chit-chatting so much, but I'm going to have a bit more rosé. It is my birthday after all. Oh, wait. It's 12:14 a.m. It is no longer my birthday, but I'm going to drink it anyway. The cuff. Yes, I need a cuff shirt. The cuff. Good thing we have a helmet now. We will no longer suffer copious amounts of head injuries. Copious amounts of head injuries. So now I have to find another way to put us into peril. That's okay. There's plenty of peril to go around. It's still your birthday here. Okay, well then there you go. It's still my birthday. It's my birthday until it's not my birthday in any time zone, right? We'll go with that. Doesn't really matter. My days are kind of mixed up because I usually do stay up until like 1 or 2 a.m. filming or like working on stuff, and then it still feels like it's the previous day, but it's not. But it's just time is an illusion, and so are pants. We are a trouble magnet. Hi, Dorothy. Yes, we are, aren't we? Also, we are really terrible at taking very sound advice that says don't do the thing, and then we do the thing. You know what they say, safety alert. Time is no longer real. Thank you, Dorothy. So I know you stuck a World of Warcraft song into one of your videos. Are Are you into that game or world at all? Yes. I haven't played a lot of it. I had a friend in high school who played it all the time. And that's one that, like, at least back then you had to, like, pay monthly or something like that. So I didn't as much, but I loved watching him play. I'm somebody that, like, I legitimately like watching other people play video games. And some people don't like that, but I do. But I love the stories and the world and the songs and things that have come out of that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It would just be your unbirthday the other 364 days of the year. Absolutely. There's always a reason to celebrate, even if it's not your birthday. I don't know. I mean, I'm a mom and I'm busy all the time. So, like, I don't necessarily have a lot of time to, like, celebrate myself. So I'm going to milk it for a little bit longer. I get that. I prefer watching people play a game over actually playing the game. Yeah, I mean, fair. I have some games that I enjoy playing, but, like, the more high stress ones, like, I like just sitting and watching my husband play, but I don't necessarily play those as much. Honestly, I don't play video games as much as I used to anymore because, like, since starting my channel, that's, like, all of my free time. I'm either writing or I'm making costumes or I'm making props or I'm editing or I'm filming or, like, whatever. So I don't necessarily have, like, the free time to sit and play video games. And that's something that, like, unlike watching TV, I can't play video games and be doing something else, you know? So that's kind of gone by the wayside. But, like, that's okay because I love putting the time into my channel. Have you watched The Mandalorian? I thought it was overhyped. Disney Plus, I gave it a shot. Baby Yoda is super fun. I liked elements of it. There were definitely elements of it that I liked. There are definitely games I love to play, but I like watching other people play because I'm very bad at games. I mean that too sometimes. Although I like open world games, you know, where you can just, like, go and explore the world. Like Morrowind. Oh my gosh, I love it. Where you can just literally go anywhere and just kind of play. Or, like, the very first video game was actually a computer game that I played when I was little was RuneScape, where, like, there are a bunch of different quests and things, but it's so much just, like, open play. You can go and do whatever you want. You want to spend 6 hours mining iron? Like, you can spend 6 hours mining iron. Or do you want to, like, go do a bunch of quests and kill a dragon? Like, you can go do a bunch of quests and kill a dragon. So that was a fun game. I was, like, when I was in 4th grade, I actually had, like, a RuneScape boyfriend, and, like, we would meet online at the same time every afternoon and, like, hang out. It was funny. RuneScape. Assassin's Creed, because it's not the type of game I can play. I like the Assassin's Creed games. I like, again, like, I don't play them very much either, but I like watching my husband play, and I really like historical fiction. Like, that's a fun genre, especially to explore in a game. Just remembered in regards to the conversation of settings in the past and future where someone theoried. I like how we all refused to use Baby Yoda's actual name. Disney went, hey, here's his name. And we all went, now, Baby Yoda. I mean, like, Grogu. I feel like just spend, like, 5 minutes on Fantasy Names Generator and you can pick something better than Grogu. Bleh. No, he's Baby Yoda. He's Baby Yoda. That's just what he's going to be. Theorized that Skyrim was set thousands of years after Fallout. Oh, really? Interesting. I've never heard that theory before, but I like it. I like the implications of it. That is interesting. All the magic and creatures were as a result of the world's radiation. Okay, so it's almost kind of like Adventure Time, where it's like all of these candy people and all these random people are the result of, like, after a nuclear winter where almost everything died, and then it was kind of like Grogu. I know, Grogu. Like, what kind of name is that? Poor kid. I don't know, maybe there's actually, like, they put some thought into, like, etymology for the race of people. Maybe. We'll see. I'm a hardcore Sims fan. I'm really creative and thought coming up with different scenarios for each character I create. Yeah, totally. Sims is a fun game because you can just kind of, like, let it expand to what you want, to kind of focus on what you want. Baby Yoda is represented as the child in The Sims 4. Huh. Yeah, similar vibes. Diedrich Princess as radiation induced. That's true, I'd have to give some thought to that one. So like how disenchantment takes place during the time when Fry was frozen and society turns medieval again for a while. Disenchantment. That's a funny show. I like that one. It is 12:22 my time. We've been on for almost 3 hours. I was expecting to like either get like kind of scared of streaming and stop like less than an hour, or like maybe go like a total of 2 hours. And then people got randomly hexed by magic for Fallout 76, I think. I may need to watch Futurama again sometime soon. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever watched the whole show like start to finish. The Warp and 40k. Oh. Maybe. I'll have to think about it at some time when it's not 12:22 a.m. Hold on just a second. I'll check. There was a French cartoon, Dragon's Hunters, which was actually a Medfan post-nuclear war universe. Dragon's Hunters. I don't think I've heard of that one. Sounds interesting. I've always been more of a Warhammer fantasy writer. Oh, Danielle. Well, thank you so much. It's really great having you as part of the community. Pleasant dreams, my friend. One of those series that I wish I liked more, especially since 76 has Mothman in it. Mothman, he's the best cryptid. Well, he's up there. He's pretty cool. I love cryptids. I love all that kind of stuff. Do you guys listen to The Adventure Zone by chance? It's a podcast. It started out as D&D, and then they played Monster of the Week for a while. I think they're back in D&D now, but it's a fun podcast. Also, some of my favorite podcasts, like the McElroy brothers. It's like 3 brothers, and then their dad plays with them. They're all super funny. Anyway, they did a story in Monster of the Week where they like lived in this town up in the woods. And one of the characters ran like a museum almost that was called the Cryptonomica. And it was all like sort of history and like creepy paranormal cryptid things that happened in the area. And it was like this big like touristy thing. And most of it was kitschy and like made up. But then like as the story progressed, they realized that all of this stuff was actually real. Bigfoot is real. And there was like a portal to another world and, you know, all that kind of cool stuff. So they actually became monster hunters and like trying to save both their world and the other world from the evil, whatever. Anyway, it was really cool. That's one of my favorite podcasts. Aw, thank you, Dorothy. I'm glad that you enjoy it. The linear way of considering you as a Twitch streamer, I'll follow you over there. I suspect that will be true. I wonder if you will find new people over there who follow you back to YouTube. That's true, Lauren. I like one of the kind of fun things about ASMR is that there's YouTube and there's Twitch and there's some overlap, but there are some people who are like really big on Twitch who are like kind of big on YouTube, and then there are some people who are like really big on YouTube who aren't that big on Twitch. So it's like it's almost like they're two separate communities, which is kind of fun. But it's just two very different ways of doing ASMR. So maybe Gravity Falls. Yes. Well, I think I'm kind of hitting a brick wall, my friends. This has been super, super fun and super great, and I really appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me for so long and spending my birthday with me, and also putting up with all the technical difficulties at the beginning. I appreciate all of you very, very much. Thank you so much for the love and the support, both in like watching videos and being here, in comments and chats and everything. Like it means so much, like honestly ridiculously so much. You guys are all really like a really special part of my life, so I just really appreciate all of you. I wanted to say thank you. So thanks for making my first stream and my birthday so special. And I think I'm gonna sign off for now, but maybe we'll be back again, because this was super fun and I enjoy chatting with you guys and getting to know you a little bit more. So if you're off to bed, sweet dreams, and if you're not, then enjoy the rest of your evening or night or day, whatever time zone you're in. I love you guys.